Mm-hmm. Yep. Ah, there we go. We just went live.
How was your weekend?
Well, ate some ice cream last night, so my stomach's trying to kill me. Um, so it's a good cleanse. Got a study date tomorrow. We'll see if it turns into more than just me studying. Yeah. Yours?
We got Friday off because apparently everyone in the county is becoming sick and a bunch of other schools closed down for the week, so I got an
Sick
extra
with
day.
what?
Well,
I don't know, just sick. Apparently
it's
if a certain percentage of people get sick, they have to shut the school down, and a bunch of other schools had school only Monday. So we got Friday off.
well, it is
What?
Michigan. I mean, to be fair, you lot don't even have running water in half your state.
Well, I'm definitely the part of the state that has running water.
Yeah, do you know that there's a couple of I think it's
uh,
Flint that hasn't had running
Flint's
water in like
had
5 years.
really?
Yeah.
They still don't. I know back a while
Mhm.
ago they had like contaminated water.
Yeah.
That's bad.
There's a
Well, I
place in the
don't live
United
near Flint,
States
so
that legitimately is treated like a third world country.
And no one's
yeah,
even
that's
covering it anymore. No one
Nope.
talks about it. They just brushed it
it's
under the rug.
Yep. Well, to be
isn't it because
fair,
there's like a high African American population there or something?
well, that it's a low income area. It's considered a ghetto.
Mm,
I mean, yeah, it's just all bad. And I
yeah.
mean, hell,
Uh,
you also have Detroit, which declared bankruptcy. It's the first city in the U.S. to ever
really?
do that. Yeah. During the
What
See, I don't live
happened?
there.
during the Great Recession that we had back in 2012, Detroit was under such economic downturn at that point that they had to declare bankruptcy because the city couldn't pay its debts.
Wow. See, I
Hmm.
just live in the middle of nowhere in the country, so I don't have to deal with any of that city stuff.
Well, it's interesting because Detroit didn't get bailed out. The government refused to bail them out, yet we bailed out Ford and all the big banks. But we would not bail out our
What?
own city. Yeah, I mean, it's bad how the government handles this shit, and you don't
That's
hear
like
about
the
this.
only thing Michigan is known for. All we're known for is Detroit. You can't let Detroit fall. That's all Michigan's known for.
Yeah, you know what's in Detroit?
Detroit and Ford.
Do you know what's in Detroit and why the reason that it's down so bad during the recession?
What? What?
Because it's a car industry based place, and car industries are going
Uh,
overseas, and companies like Ford aren't producing much in the U.S. So when they decide to start pulling back and firing people, the city can't afford to pay stuff because citizens can't pay their taxes, can't pay fees, and therefore then the city then can't get money to pay off their own shit. So yeah. It's amazing how capitalism works when you don't know what you're doing.
economy is messy.
Actually, it's really simple. We just have a lot of stupid people running
I
things.
have econ, and I do not like how the graphs work. I don't like it.
Well, is it micro or macro?
I don't know. She hasn't told us that yet, but like,
That should
I
tell you
don't know. It's
why.
yeah, I don't know. We're learning about supply and demand, but like she's like giving us graphs, and it's just like
Yeah.
this isn't. I'm used to math graphs, but then it's like I don't know. Econ graphs confuse me.
Micro is more about supply and demand, but that's basic the basics to all economics is the design of supply and demand. If you're deciding to go into a degree in business, supply and demand is also a very important thing. Also, if anybody
Like
here
I
is,
get the.
go
Oh,
ahead. No, go ahead.
I said I get the supply and demand aspect of it, like, but it's just like when a teacher tries to like visualize it in graphs, and I feel like most of the kids in my class are like that. I don't get the graphs that well, but I get like the information part about it.
Mm. Simple thing is, when supply is up, demand is down. When demand is up, supply is down.
Mhm.
That's basically all you need to understand from a graph. There's an equilibrium in the middle.
Yeah, we're learning
Um,
about equilibrium now.
oh yeah, that's all fun stuff. Um, yeah, I mean it's useful stuff to know if you're going into something specific like that. But I think all business degrees require it, and I know like for transfer degrees typically require the basics to micro macroeconomics. Also, hi Cameron. But yeah,
Mute. Cameron, why have you become the new mute? It used to be me back in the old days, and now it's just Cameron.
Cameron also can't be no Bakugo, dude. You don't have the Sundeer voice for it.
Oh
Fella's
no.
not a fan. But yeah, no. I mean, economics is an interesting thing to study. I personally don't care for it just because I don't like the game theory portion of it. But you know.
What?
Oh, in Cameron's mic, we're repeating. That's normal. Mm. Ah, God. I'm trying to get healthy. I'm drinking vitamin C right now. Vitamin C water. To hopefully be healthy by tomorrow when I have to go and teach
Didn't
this chick Excel.
didn't you just say you ate ice cream last night as a lactose intolerant person?
Yep. But I did that to clear out my system because instead
Okay.
of taking a laxative, that's a good way for me to cut my stomach or clear out everything in my body. It's
But you
unhealthy.
have calories with ice cream.
Yes, I do, but I also work out 5 days a week for 2 hours
True.
apiece minimum. So, and I don't have to eat a lot. I can just have a couple spoonfuls and it does the job. But I gotta teach this chick tomorrow Excel, which is great because my laptop doesn't have Excel on it. So, yeah, this should be interesting. I'm gonna have to look
Fun.
up where to get a cheap version. Cameron, you couldn't be All Might if you wished, buddy. You don't have the muscle mass.
I don't.
And I don't remember
I
All
don't
Might ever being
follow
a
this
clubfoot.
conversation.
No,
It's
when All Might lose, like, doesn't have his power enabled, he looks super gross and skinny.
I don't
I mean, it's
understand.
My Hero Academia.
I haven't seen any of
I
it.
mean, that might be accurate for Cameron, gross and skinny. I mean, I don't know too much about that. Well,
No, I haven't watched it.
that's what he said. You
No.
haven't watched it.
That's a shame.
See,
I don't. Where
here's
am I
something
supposed to
interesting
watch
for
it?
you. Well, you could watch it on Crunchyroll. It's on there for free. Um,
Anime heaven.
I thought it was Anime Haven. Um,
Haven.
but it's interesting. So with the Grim Legacy last night, we were discussing the political issues going on in the world and talking about the current elections coming up, the fear of the new civil war, the new deals that Trump's pushing through, and the trial and all that. Then I come in here for this group, and it's anime. That's the pre-show.
Yeah. Grim
Really shows the
Legacies.
difference.
Grim Legacy's like the try hard veterans, like the mercenaries, and then Then you kind of rejected potential, and we're just the kids that were given sword and told to play it in the backyard.
Yeah, it's funny because they had a harder start than you guys ever did. Their first mission as a group was to deal with a lich at level 6.
I would
Ca-
object because in the beginning of Rejected Potential, we had to deal with the Kraken at like what, level 3, level 2?
Yeah, but there's a big difference in this case because okay, the Kraken is basically what would be considered a minor god in most D&D. Like they're typically a creature you can reason with, but you had no one in your party stupid enough to go and tell it you were its god. So not only did the Grim Legacy as the Time Fornicators have to deal with that, but they also had to deal with the fact that one of their main missions starting out at level 5 was to go and traverse this tomb of an ancient god, a god that was known for killing other gods, and go all the way down to the bottom of this thing where they almost had to fight 13 liches because they were idiots.
But
They
let's
lost
be
3
real.
players in that campaign. We lost a cleric, we lost a wizard, a good couple others I can't remember much of that only lasted a session. So yeah, because Cameron
I
came
have
in and replaced I think the elven wizard dude who was being a pain in the ass. So, but yeah,
I have an objection. I like to what's it? Oh my gosh. What was oh gosh. What was our old group's name? I'm having
amateur
like a
hour.
mind blank. Amateur Hour. God. Amateur Hour, the whole party died after the session. Whole party god after session. We've awoke what? 3 gods? 2 forgotten gods? I'm
Yeah.
sure we messed up the plot.
No.
that badly. So I like to say we didn't start off as bad as Grim Legacy, but we made the story worse.
Well, it's the funny thing is, Fel personally, as E2, has woken to the Forgotten Gods,
Yeah.
and then Tren
Not
awoke the other one.
intentionally.
It's
I
interesting.
didn't know who
So
he was.
I'm gonna make
You
this
need to
is
make a
even
cleric.
this is even more interesting. So Tren woke up the other one. Tren's actually the one who recommended Fel joining the D&D group. So it's funny that Tren being the only other character to actually cause a major screw up in my campaign and like change up change the lore, and then his only one friend he gets to come in also does the same damn thing, and then the
How is
realization
he
hits.
nice?
Well, Phil, I think your contributions to messing up the plot and awakening sleeping gods has been amazing.
Yeah, Dokkan, you see,
Thank you.
you missed so much, man, in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Then there's the giant squirrel. The giant squirrel. And then who wasn't it?
Fluffy
Phil,
Oscus
didn't you
squirrels.
take the shape of a giant squirrel as well? And we had to run
Yeah.
on your back to safety. I remember it because
Yo, Tren.
the chest almost fell off, and I had to like use Mage Hand to make sure we didn't lose the only thing we had gone to that
The chest
place
to which
for.
you
Yeah.
broke later in the next town,
Yeah.
filled with
And
vampires,
pretended to
pirates, and
fix.
slavers.
And then we tried to fix it and act like it was never broke when we returned it to Greg.
Yeah, and oh yeah, so as an update, just 'cause you guys will never see Greg again at this point. So Greg, being the
Well,
great guildmaster he is, and having watched his entire guild get destroyed and blown up, he's now missing 3 fingers on one hand. He basically almost died because some idiot blew up the walls. I'm not gonna point fingers at Fraz at all. And yeah, so and he's now basically lost his entire mercenary group. So between you guys, with Amateur Hour and the Grim Legacy, you have legitimately ruined one single dwarf's life completely.
and I'm gonna end it.
Oh.
Zaya's out for revenge. I'm not forgetting what he did to my cousin. It's on the back burner, but it's still there. She still
I mean,
blames him.
to be fair, she has someone. You have someone else to blame. It's Gon's fault. She's the one who tried to poison the
No,
guild
but
master.
Greg didn't give Tikva a trial. If he had like cast
No,
like zone of truth on her, he would have known she
he's
had
not a cleric.
nothing to do with it. He didn't. Well, if he hired someone, he would know. Tikva never purposely did anything. It was all gone, just gone.
You-
But he executed all of the party,
You-
hired all of the party to be killed.
You want the guy who legitimately killed all 8 of his siblings just to prove a point.
No,
to be
that's
to
why
be
Zaya-
willing to take you to trial. I don't see
No,
that
Zaya
working out.
knows he's not a good person, which is why she's okay with killing him because he killed like one of the few people she actually cared about.
Oh man.
Who's gonna really miss Greg if he dies? Let's be honest.
Fuka, because Fuka's characters both characters have been
Well,
saved by Greg.
Zaya's brother has an interesting taste in mentors, and I don't think he should have risked his life going to Greg. Neither
mean,
does Zaya.
Tren
who
would be
thinks he's
upset.
dead.
Because, I mean, to be fair, Tren, kind of had to hire him on as a soldier. And to be fair, he held the walls on his own against an army much larger than himself. So, I mean, the
That
man's
just
a
means
hero.
he's strong, and that Zaya has to train before she can safely take him on.
Well,
And/or I need to get him in water where I can execute him with electricity because I have that because of Kraken powers.
you also have the issue of the fact that he is well beloved by all dwarves due to the fact that he is a hero in the Dwarven Nation for killing an ancient green dragon. Alongside Tenem. The
Dolken.
entire Black Talon family loves him, and they're one of the more dangerous merchant guilds now. Yeah. Love
Dolken,
being
do
in.
you like Greg?
Yeah,
I don't know who Greg is.
Dokkan never got to meet Greg early on. Yeah, the Greg the Bloodthirsty was so to give you a background, Dokkan, Greg was the guild master in the very beginning that kind of started Amateur Hour and Grim Legacy together until Amateur Hour basically started a holy war against the Crimson Talon, which was the guild Greg ran.
God.
So he killed the entirety of Amateur Hour by sending a very elite assassin unit after them, and then yeah, the city got put under siege during the Battle of Kin, in which case was not totally started by Grim Legacy whatsoever, and yeah, he was their like main quest giver in the very beginning until they ruined everything. So
I'm still waiting until we just come across Demigod Gone, because that's gonna be fun, isn't it? The one survivor of
Oh,
the group.
yeah, she's still.
At
Oh no,
Amateur Hour.
E2. E2 survived because E2 left Amateur Hour at the very
I
beginning.
left at the appropriate time.
Yep.
Yeah, you left right before it all went horribly in ways because I wish I had just rolled better. Because if I had rolled better, I would have got perception with Tikva for Gon stealing her potions, and I could have been like, no, bad goblin, and this wouldn't have happened. In fact, Gon gave me the flowers that made the poison potions in the first place. It was all Gon.
Even better,
Mine.
Gon quit after that session too.
She tried, I think, to what was her lizard? The lizard folk.
Yeah, she had a lizard folk, but
Uther?
she could not
She
run
never
anything.
made it. It was like the one guy we had that who was in the beginning rejected potential, and we like changed the schedules around. It's why like Bastion went and Cameron joined us, and then he never joined a session ever.
Yep. And the person you're referring to was a woman. It was Never's friend, the gal who played Gon. So, and they had to quit after like one session.
No, wasn't there another person?
I don't know. I don't
forget.
keep track.
I swore it was a guy, and like he kept having schedule issues with us.
Maybe.
Gon's friend like left like the day after they joined.
Yeah. And Tren, you don't only do good things, man. You started an entire war with a race and tried to genocide them. You're not exactly good people. The Time Fornicators wiped out an entire castle because, well, Logothus got knocked down. Let's see. You got involved in a civil war, killed a god, well, an ascending god, wiped his entire family tree out, created an entire medical branch to castration.
Yeesh.
That god was an ass. He was the god of war. He's not supposed to be a nice guy. Oh my god. Yeah. Torin turned himself into a golden dwarf, literally. You turned yourself into a baby elephant, then got killed because you're an idiot and ate chocolate. And legitimately have frightened an entire generation of players from ever eating a chocolate from my magic items.
Fel, don't you have chocolates? I was gonna say you have chocolates.
Who wants to try some?
Wait, Fel, do you really?
To see what happens.
No, remember, wasn't it like a wish spell or something?
No.
I wished for a bag that could give me what I needed.
And she got,
Did I really give you the candy box of possibilities?
It was from whatever, yeah.
No, she doesn't have it in her inventory. I don't have it there. So.
What?
Nope.
Who has it then?
I think that it was taken off you. I know that John Doe had it. He might have taken it from you at some point. I'm not sure on that one.
Okay, good. It's kind of cursed, so
Yeah,
I can't
you
use
did not
chocolate
want to
anyways.
use
I'm a
it.
dog.
Trent nearly wiped a party with that box of chocolates. Yep.
Eat all the chocolates except one. Oh god.
No, actually that happened to a character. What was his name? Wolf's first character that he ran before Logothus. He ate the entire bag of chocolates and caused his character to go insane. So we had this like overpowered, insane goblin-sized red orc that literally just started killing people.
Didn't he become a woman at one point? Like
Yep.
a woman red orc? Yeah.
He turned into a female green orc, then turned into shrunk down, and then ate the entire bag that he could get out. And yeah, then he got the Sword of Consumption, which was Nazarik's personal weapon for his chosen hero, and almost killed Logger. So yeah. Oh, and the guy you're talking about, I think it was are you referring to? No, never mind. I was gonna say it wasn't Vukyak. Never mind. God, those.
No, yeah, it was a dude before him. It was why Bastion went to the Grim Legacy and Cameron joined us, was because of schedule issues.
Well, yeah. Robert left over because he was telling me that.
Wasn't he a fighter. No,
I-
he was a. I think he played a girl character who was like a ranger.
Oh, you're talking about the
multi-class.
Asian kid, yeah, or Brazilian kid,
Yeah.
who joined on and tried to make
Yeah.
this like Monster Hunter character with like machine
yeah,
guns
and then
and
he
stuff.
never joined a session, but we changed the schedule for him.
Yeah, and then I kicked him from the
Yeah.
game because I got tired of dealing with
Yeah.
it. Congratulations, Dolkin. You're the first in a line of many failures that actually succeeded.
EA.
So your prize is you get to be tortured throughout D&D for
There
the
we
rest of
go.
it.
Is this better?
You get
Yes,
to
it
be
is.
the
Mic
only
works.
liked character in
ouch.
the group that the NPCs like because
Well,
of their feet.
Minus his
I mean,
great grandfather.
I mean,
Yeah.
by the way,
Ow.
that's like you wishing for revenge on Greg is like me going and trying to make a character just to get revenge on Zilpip.
To be fair,
Hey,
someone has
Zaya
done that.
has a reason. Zaya has a good motive because her cousin got killed and she cared about her cousin and she knows Greg killed him now. It's
Wait,
not like
now-
I just want to kill
wait.
Greg.
Zaya, I have one
Yeah.
question for you.
Mhm.
Did you ever see the body?
She didn't see the body, but remember when Tikva appeared in Zelm's tavern thing, she told her about Greg killing her.
Yes.
The ghost or whatever.
But did you ever see a body?
No, because I wasn't in the Rockworm's stomach where she got
Rule of
killed.
thumb in D&D is unless you see the body and then burn it, there's still a chance that character might be alive somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and
gods are
Zaya's
fucking
gonna find
piss
her if
ants.
she can. But if she can't, she'll go on a revenge quest.
Oh man, it's
Right
just
now, she's too busy. She's got to do important stuff back home in the Tiefling lands.
that's true. As she got her new little friend Quidane, who I don't know why I chose a name I can't pronounce.
Because you hate yourself?
You know, honestly, I made it in D&D Beyond and just let the name pick itself, and that's what it came up with. So,
I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. I might be getting actual internet soon.
nice.
That's news.
I've got to figure out how to get a free copy of Excel onto my laptop so that way I can teach someone how to use Excel.
Just
Could
get the
talk to
open
some
office.
pirates.
What was that, Dolkin?
Just get the open office version.
Wait, there's an open office version?
Probably.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll have to look it up.
or you can talk to some pirates.
That just sounded so wrong.
No, no.
No pirates?
I'm not. Never accept. No. Trent just sent me something cursed, and now I need eye bleach.
I said no, and you went after you. You're dumb if you said yes.
Oh
I thought it was gonna be a JoJo meme.
Is he PMing you guys again?
No, he said something really bad.
What he said? Oh god, he
Yeah.
just messaged me.
The watermelon thing. Yo,
Trent,
No.
Trent, I will let you know that if you send
I
this to
can't look
me
away.
and it pisses me off, I will make sure Aaron is cursed in the worst way. Remember the slow
Can I
spell.
design
I
this
still know
curse?
how to use this spell, and I have more time to do it as you guys go through this thing.
I didn't
That's
even
what I
watch
thought.
the
Can I
whole
help
thing 'cause
design
I
the
saw
curse?
what I needed
Nope.
to see.
Oh, it's easy to shut down a fighter. You give them a slow spell once they get to that point where they have all those actions and then reactions, and they can't do any of that shit if they have a crappy
Charm or
wisdom.
frighten them.
No, because you can get items that can get immune to that, but slow
Items,
spell.
But the fighters don't get naturally anything in their class to defend against it like barbarians do.
That's true, but like I said, slow. And Tren learned last night how
Or
bad a
paladins.
slow spell can hit him hard, and he got screwed real badly when he
Gets
was
a
fighting.
Gets a questionable sword. It also makes him slow.
No, he
I'm
won't.
not playing that.
He won't take any of
I'm
my
not
items.
playing that.
Tren refuses to take anything from me anymore unless he comes to me and says, "I want this made." He's learned his lesson.
Oh yeah, I still gotta tell you what I want for my bribe point. God
Yeah.
damn.
Your
I keep
bribe
forgetting to.
point?
Yeah,
Bribe.
I owe him a bribe point. So,
When's the wedding?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Cameron's really not my type. He's just not pretty enough. So, I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, Cameron, there's always plastic
You know what? I could
surgery.
just say it on here because it's gonna take a little bit. I have no, because it's a little bit of an.
Yeah, but if you don't put it in
Just-
writing, I'm not gonna remember it, and it's just gonna cause
I'll
you
put
more
it in writing
problems.
because
Is
it's.
everyone
I
gonna
want a
gloss
sword
over
just
that?
Yeah.
personalized for Venzorowin.
I
I just
know
want a
what you
sword, a
said.
long sword, personalized for Venzorowin.
I
Yeah,
heard that.
PM
Fel.
me it. And Fel, you are nasty.
What?
What did
No, so wrong.
That's not okay.
No, I heard what she said, but it gave me a really bad image in my head, and I did not need that.
What were you thinking of, DM?
Fel, you don't want to know that.
Don't ask that. That's
Fel
you're
just said
asking a
plastic
ginger.
surgery.
Fel, you don't want to know that.
Because Trent's gonna start sending us more private messages again.
Well, you know not to answer to his messages. I mean,
No,
Dulkin's
I
the only
know
one who's
nowadays.
immune.
He's not. He's never done anything. I thought it'd be a stupid JoJo meme and be like, "Oh, that's funny."
Oh, you missed out on the first trend when he was managing to get chased around by dwarves, getting his butt kicked, and killing old ladies. And starting
Don't
World
remind
War
me.
II.
Don't fucking remind me.
I remember
Well, to be
something
fair,
about
Oh,
teddy
God.
bears.
you didn't have to
That
deal with
golden,
that.
that lizard that we fucking. Oh God.
Oh yeah, the crystal lizard that. Well, to be fair, that wasn't his fault. Welf shattered the crystal lizard on his head
Oh,
and caused that incident. That was not Tren's fault. I'm talking about the fact
What
that
was
Tren
the-
legitimately started World War II with magic.
DM, what
Yeah.
was the sentient teddy bear back in the time Fortitude? Because I remember something about a sentient teddy bear.
DM, don't mind me. I'm just gonna start World War One this time. It's fine. So the sentient teddy bear was a character from League of Legends, I guess, that I found on Pinterest. A D&D character sheet for it, or monster sheet for it. So
Spirit.
basically, every time you looked at it, it would or every time you looked away, it would awaken into this like demonic form and chase you around. It would try to kill you, but if you were staring at it, it would look like a normal teddy bear. I
Didn't-
don't know what the whole like where the thing from League of Legends or what the inspiration was because I don't play the game personally, but yeah. So Tren got chased around by that thing for like the entire campaign while in the
Didn't
Dragonborn
he
lands.
try to seduce it?
Yes, he
Or
did.
someone tried to seduce.
No,
Yeah,
Tren
no.
tried to seduce it. And then I think Fuka managed to seduce it. And
What
then
happened then?
well, then Tren went and pulled the tail out of a Fluffyoscus that had been starved and got crapped on by what was left over in its stomach as he was played by me because Tren couldn't kill the
No.
damn thing.
Trent,
So
if you are listening, I'm not looking at any messages you send me again ever.
that's actually a pretty good view of how you should deal with
I
Tren.
tried to be nice. I'm not gonna. No.
Don't worry, he'll tag you in meme chat one day and you'll just think it's innocent and pop in there and see something you wish you'd never seen.
Well, at least
So
in there you can delete it. You could delete.
I can, I'm
certain
not going to
messages.
though. That's effort, and I don't like putting in effort if I don't have to. And Tren, you couldn't start World War One if you wanted to, buddy. You'd have to be able to beat a stone golem first. That poor thing. But yeah, so honestly, I think this will be a win for the rest of the campaign if no one awakens a god. So, any more forgotten gods? Does it make any pacts with demons? Dulkin, I'm looking at you.
I would never.
Or krakens.
I mean, krakens. Hey, sushi's good for you.
I like sushi.
It's actually funny. Think about this now, Trent. You have managed to legitimately screw yourself into two major wars, both times with high elves. You just don't get along well with high elves. Because
He
the
only
first
likes low
one,
elves.
well, no, the first one was he started a full-on war against what was basically Stalin's Soviet Union. Caused the invasion of Finland, and then the invasion of Spain and a fascist Spain to rise. All while being chased by a dwarf that almost killed him like 3 times.
Only 3.
Yeah, and then ended up in prison where he watched another prisoner get his spine ripped out, shoved his hand down a gnoll's throat, not expecting it to get bitten off, and then got chased out of the prison by the guards as he managed to create a hole in the wall and swim his way to a boat that was taking off and almost got enslaved. Yeah, it was a good day. Ansem
Wow.
truly was a major character. All right, Cameron, are you back? Because once he comes back, I'll start back up, since we'll have everyone here. Ugh, damn, you misinterpreted
I'm
that for
back
a
and
fact.
listening.
And
I'll be listening. I also gotta deal with something else.
Okay. Trent's salty in the Twitch chat. I did not misinterpret shit. You said it. You stuck your hand in its throat. All right. So last time we left off, the party managed to get some information, get a quest line going, and started heading towards the Tiefling lands to meet up with the not a belch. Give me a second. Sorry. Meet up with the last members of the New Hope. Trent is really salty in chat. Sorry. So yes. As the party had left the city, they had managed to spend about a good half day's walk, marching their way to the main forest on the outskirts of the city. In which case, they started to see a deep fog coming or emanating around them. The forest would grow darker and darker as the time would go on, and the party would find themselves feeling an uncomfortable presence about them. As we come back, the party is currently, God, I really can't talk today. Currently standing in the middle of this forest. Quidane has vanished. The party is currently standing about roughly in a all four standing around each other. God, I can count today. The shouts and screams from what sounds like an elderly woman off in the distance, the shuffling of bushes and branches going off, and the eerily stillness of the overall forest itself. That was moments ago very windy and moving. What would you lot like to do, as you've all muted but Dolkin? So Dolkin, being the
Oh,
only
I'm
one who
still
can
here.
talk. Oh,
What?
okay.
I just like to be quiet when you talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make a joke out of that one today. All right. So as you guys are standing there, you can continuously hear every once in a while a screech of what might be a pubescent child, screaming about how he's always wrong, or it might be a ghostly apparition somewhere off in the distance. What would the party like to do?
The fuck's happening?
Roll a perception check.
Sure.
Seems smart.
All right. Feel
It's
free.
never smart. Never roll anything. Be afraid.
Yeah, don't play D&D. Just don't do anything.
Hey, it's
Never.
not a D&D game until I give someone a panic attack here.
15.
15.
Too late.
As you look about, the fog is extremely thick. Thankfully, you can still see the immediate bushes around you. They seem to move every few seconds, almost in unison, with a variation of time each roundabout. The
bushes.
trees themselves don't seem to have any birds or any signs of wildlife in the area, and the screeches seem to be getting closer and closer.
Okay.
I
Can
think
I?
we
Do
should
these
hold
screeches
hands.
Can I
sound
cast detect
like a
thoughts?
monster or a person?
Y- some would say that people are monsters. E2, what were you saying?
I think we should hold hands so we don't get lost.
I'm
We
just
have
gonna hold it too.
paws.
Okay. Zaya, you said you wanted
Can
to
I
cast Detect Thoughts?
Detect thoughts. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Casting. I could also use a spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures I can't see.
Yep, I
You
gotcha.
can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. So
Yep.
I'm searching for thoughts within 30 feet of me.
You're detecting
Stop
thoughts.
breathing into your mic.
Oh
Is there
god.
no sentient
Um,
thoughts? No
Nothing seems to
intelligent
be
life?
coming. Nothing seems to be noticeable at this
Wait.
point. You're not picking up anything
Well, guys, whatever
besides your own party
around
members.
here
I will
isn't an
mention,
intelligent creature.
Zaya, you do get something. A strange picture does come to mind after a few seconds after casting the spell. Well, two strange thoughts. The first is of a burly man, very fit with six-pack abs, kind of looking very shortish with dark brown skin and his long white beard, smashing at an anvil. working on a set of armor, and he seems to have a nice golden smithy around him. You start to realize these might be Dulkin's thoughts. The second thoughts that suddenly come to mind is a very, as this is a PG stream, Scottish or Welsh situation with a dog and a high elf, in which I will not be going into detail at this moment.
Could you all
She
stop
also-
thinking thoughts?
She also would detect Venzorwins, and this would
That
be
was
funny.
Venzorin's end.
Well, he's not a high elf. He's a
He technically is a high elf by all definition. He is originally a high elf. He founded a people of mountain elves, but we will go into that later. So yes, as you lot continue to sit or stand around, the screams seem to get closer, and the bushes continue to rustle even with
Alright.
more frequency.
I didn't have time to attune to my rapier yet, did I?
No, you've not gotten a chance to sit down.
Well, I'm gonna pull it out still anyway. Alright, there's things around. They're not intelligent because I don't detect any thoughts from them, but I feel like we should be prepared to maybe battle, and I like gestured everyone with my rapier, like, perhaps?
If it's unintelligent and a threatening force, then there will be no way that we will be able to reason with it.
No, so we must be prepared to fight or flee.
Everyone, roll
mean-
initiative. As you
Oh
start
my
to
God.
discuss.
We have self-preservation instincts. We could have started a fire if it's made of wood.
Okay, let me keep track of some things real quick. Okay, so
Oh, Dawkins, samesies!
that's always
I
good.
gotta freaking get my sheet up because of...
No
Wait, I
worries.
just used my new
Favoritism for who
D20.
goes first?
No, it's I go by alphabetical when you tie.
Gosh darn it! Why'd I choose a Z name?
Yep.
Because you always decided to be a hard bottom.
Bottom
of
Please
the
don't
alphabet.
say that of someone who's underage.
Saying that, Itu's on top of you. I'm just saying.
We know who's pegging who in this situation. E2, what did you roll for initiative?
I don't have my character sheet up, so I'm
Mine's
having
loading too,
difficulties
so-
logging in.
Let me pull it
Give
up.
me a split second.
And this is why the DM always keeps track of people's characters. All right, let me
So
pull
mine.
I get a +3, so...
E2.
11.
You get a +3 as well, E2, due to
Okay.
being a rogue and pretty much doing roguish things.
How do I have a +4 then?
Because you're a bard, and bards just are good at everything. That's why I usually kill the
Yes.
bard the
Apparently,
first.
except Zaya, because no one likes Zaya for some reason. None of the NPCs.
Well, you know, to be fair, that might be.
In the words of Joe Cat, inspired!
Yeah, there you go. And what'd you say you got, Ven?
11.
All right, thank you.
I'm using my new 3D printed D20.
Oh, well,
wow,
that's
fun.
great. Okay, so that is the order in which I have the current situation going. So, okay, as you start to kind of look about, the first to notice, being on Dulkin's left side, is that two screaming figures seem to come out of the bushes with a strange, ghastly-looking coloration to them, very pale white, both seeming to be what looks to be human females at some point. That have almost kind of deteriorated over the years. Time has not been kind to these two. They are not touching the ground, and they seem to continue to screech. It is at the same time you notice that also off to Zaya's side on the right, and I'm pretty much assuming at this point that Dulkin, being kind of the heavy hitter of the group, with Ven would be kind of in the middle, while Zaya and E2 are kind of in the back. So off to Zaya's right and behind her, she can. You guys will also see that four corpses start ambling out very slowly. Again, time has not been kind to these creatures as they look to be very decrepit and broken up. Some with mold, some falling apart as they move. But from the guesstimation, they look to be about tiefling size and seem to all sport some sort of horns on their foreheads, as well as seem to have a very limp and broken up tail for each of them. As the two creatures coming towards Dulkin continue to move, Dulkin, do you have any reactions out of curiosity? To someone who comes within
no.
your move? Okay.
Just
Alright.
normal things.
Okay, want to make sure. One of the banshees is going to move straight up in front of Dulkin's face. and let's see, start just smacking at him with their ghostly and ghastly looking fingers. Does a 10 hit, Dulkin?
No.
Fuck. As the creature seems to swipe at you almost lazily, you start to notice these things aren't very energetic. Okay. The
Like
second
my
one.
ex-wife.
The second one, hearing Ven make that comment, charges straight at him. That's a nat 20 with a nat 1, so I'm gonna call that normal damage. I assume a 24 hits you, Ven.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's
Oh.
what sarcasm gets you.
All right, and so give me a moment as this thing seems to grab hold of you, causing necrotic damage of 3, 7, 10, 12 points of necrotic damage straight onto your throat as it grabs you.
Ow.
And it glares you straight in the eyes as if it remembers you in some way or another. All
Which
right.
wife was this?
All right. Up after that is Ven. You're up first. Ven, what would you like to do as this thing is facing in front of you?
It's pacing?
It's facing.
Oh.
It's currently
Let
wrapped
me
around
take a
grappling
look.
your throat.
It's choking you.
If I say what I want to say in my mind,
It's
I'm gonna get
another
hurt.
kinky night. We know that E2 does this to you often. We got it. Go on.
Oh, I had a reaction. What the hell?
That's unfortunate. Remember for next time. All right, Ven, what would you like to do?
That's neat. I am going to. Wait, would that work? Am I technically wearing a holy symbol?
I assume you are.
Okay, good to know. I'm going to turn undead.
Okay.
Wiz saving throw DC 12.
Wiz?
Each undead. Yep,
Oh,
wisdom saving throw.
What's the range on this spell?
30 feet.
Okay. Oh fuck, well that don't count. That was cock dice. Does a 13 work?
Yes, that passes.
Okay, that's one. That is a really shitty 9.
That fails.
All right, that's one down. Let me do the 4 zombie. Oh fuck me. Wow. Okay. So that's a 4 for the 4 dead scrambling behind you. Remind me again the effects.
They are turned for 1 minute until they take damage. A
Okay.
turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. It can't
Okay.
only move towards me.
All right. So then, that means that
If they are
And it
CR a half or lower, they instantly die.
CR what? A half a lower?
Half.
Oh fuck. Wait.
You're level 5 at least, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I'm
level.
level 6.
Okay, he's level 6. Oh god, you had me worried that. Wait, 1 sec. Am I right? Oh fuck. Well, as you chant out with your holy symbol, just as sudden as the 4 corpses amble out, all 4 completely shatter, cracking and falling to the ground. The only creatures now left are in front of you as the one banshee that is going to be running away from Ven, who was choking him initially, and the other banshee who was trying to swipe aimlessly at Dulkin. Okay.
Yay, clerics!
Goddamn clerics.
Woo!
All right.
Wow, I did something useful for once.
Do you anything else you want to do with your turn, Ven?
Well, that was my action.
Correct.
Bonus action. Let me take a look at my spells. Oh, bonus action. What can I do? You know what? I'll healing word myself.
Okay. Roll your dice for that. Assuming you're not trying to resist and make this even worse. Okay. And nothing. Is that end your turn, Ven?
Yep.
All right. Dulkin, you're up next. What would you like to
3.
do as the 2 banshees are all that remain?
I'll just, I guess, just hit the one in front of me.
Okay. Go ahead and let's see what you can do.
There's a 15 to hit.
It does hit.
Does 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. So as you see, the thing seems almost completely unfazed by the hit. Although it does connect, it doesn't seem to bother the creature whatsoever. Is that all you want to do, Dulkin?
Yep, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Interesting cleric. All right. Next up, Zaya. What would you like to do?
Yay. Okay. How far away is the banshee running away from?
It's
Ven?
still right in front of Ven. It can't move till its turn. So,
Is it within 60 feet of me?
oh, easily.
If you attack it, it's gonna turn around and
Okay.
attack me again.
That's true.
Okay, so it'll attack you. Then I'll attack the one on Dulcan, which I assume is also within 60 feet.
Yes.
I needed to make a Wisdom saving throw. I'm gonna be casting Foxfire.
Does a 9 succeed? I assume not. Did Zaya just die?
Sorry, someone called me.
Oh.
I don't know why. Telemarketer.
Uh-huh.
No, it was a DC 15.
DC 15. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, 4 radiant and necrotic damage.
Okay.
And the target also glows faintly for 1 minute.
How much damage in necrotic?
It's 4 in radiant and
Radiant and necrotic? Okay.
yeah.
Meaning it does absolutely fucking nothing.
It does 2 damage due to the fact that this thing has an immunity to necrotic. So I'm just splitting the damage.
Well, I don't have any radiant specific spells like you clerics.
Well, it's
You're
Alright.
useless, damn it.
No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not gonna inspire Ven because
Okay.
Ven's being a meanie. And
okay.
I don't want to inspire him. I'll inspire the other cleric, Dulcan. Take a bardic. It's a 1d8. Have fun.
There you go, Dulcan.
That's my turn.
Okay. E2, you're up. What would you like to do?
I don't know. I can't get into my account.
Do you need a minute, or shall I?
What's my username?
Oh, that's a good question. Give me a moment. Felt
It's not working for me. It's
Here.
very annoying.
Can
I can
you
screenshot.
can? Yeah, I was gonna say if we see your spells and
Oh no, I'm not gonna. Let me. There you go. There's a screenshot coming in, so you should be able to pull that up, and see your thing. It's a little bit hard to read, but
Thank
the
you. I can read it. I don't
Okay.
know what the problem is then.
I don't know. You should check that. Okay, 1 sec. Let me just pull it up just to make sure I'm right.
trying
There
to
you go.
you out.
Apparently, Ven has caused poor E2 to have too many sleepless nights and thus cannot do anything as she is exhausted. E2, do you want me to come back to you here in a minute?
Yes.
Okay. Well, as you've managed to wipe out all the undead that were shambling towards you at that moment, luckily enough,
Laugh of the gods.
you do notice, though, as these banshees continue to screech and yell at you, one seems to turn and make screech with an extreme loudness. Give me a moment. I'm just pulling up something real quick. Which is a wail, for those wondering. A mournful wail that she isn't in the sunlight. Thus, all other creatures within 30 feet of her must make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
So that is everyone. E2, just as a heads up, your con save is a +2.
My
Okay,
con save
thank
is
you.
absolute garbage. Wait, I rolled good.
Well, let me know what you rolled. So that's a 7.
Oh yeah, my
Harvard.
one time I'm lucky.
Okay, that's a
was a
19. And
+1.
Ven, please die.
21.
21. Okay. That doesn't work for
Poor
me.
E2.
E2, being the only one in the group who manages to take damage, I will update our character sheet. Taking 3d6 of psychic damage. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. E2 actually drops. My apologies. I misread the spell. Dropping-
I'm dying?
Dropping to 0 health points. Yes, this is a very dangerous move.
Clerics.
Everyone else takes 3d6 of damage, which that is 3, 5, 8 points of psychic damage for those who are weak to it. Luckily enough, the other one starts to move away as far as possible. And then wait, let me check something to make sure I'm correct in this. Then let me pull your character sheet. Also, Dolkin, as a forge domain, I'm curious. Do you not? Never mind. Actually, I've answered my own question. Do not worry. Okay.
I'm advantages against being charmed, and magic can't put me asleep.
Oh, I know, Ven. I know. It's okay. I'm gonna kill you. Don't worry. I'm just looking up something real quick because there was something I was looking for specifically. Wait, where? You? Wait, what? Okay, one sec.
Wait, can I use my
What?
reaction to do Hellish Rebuke on the one that just injured me?
You can. That is, if you wish.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's gotta make a dexterity saving.
Yeah, let me make that real quick. That is No, don't tell me. Oh, of course, this is gonna be great. Does an 8 save?
No! 2d10
My
fire
dice really
points.
don't like me tonight.
Oh gosh, that's 16 fire points of damage.
16. Fire, you said? Oh, that helps. Okay. So that's 8 points. As the thing is lit on fire, as it is still coming, or it's still standing in front of Dolkin. The other one moves
Yay.
away as far away from Ven as possible, taking its full movement. A turn must. Okay, I'm just checking something. Also, okay. Oh, and it continues to run away into the deep bush and vanishes from sight. You guys do not see it as it disappears. However, at that same time, you see that 4 more creatures seem to come ambling outside of the bushes that where the same original zombies came from. 4 more zombies have arrived. And they look very, very hungry, as they are look to be much fresher bodies overall, with actual red blood around their lips for most of them. Okay. Next up is Ven. What would you like to do? As you can now see that there are 4 more shambling corpses coming, and 1 banshee is gone, and the other is standing still in front of Dolkin.
Is it2 dying behind me?
E2 is on the ground at 0 HP, unconscious.
I'm gonna healing word her as my
Okay.
bonus action immediately.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. Stupid. Don't.
That's why we use dice.
I would, but my dice, I have an entire bag of D4s. They're just not on me.
Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you also have dicey. All right. She manages to get back
5.
up.
She's
Thank you. I
max.
can't do much right now.
As she figures out how to install into D&D Beyond. Okay, what else would you like to do, Ven?
I will go ahead and use. Oh, let's see. What should I use?
You
Turn
should.
undead again.
Do you have it twice?
Yes, I can use it twice. Channel Divinity.
Okay.
DC 12 Wisdom savings.
Fucking god
Every
damn it.
undead within 30 feet.
Well, that's a 13 for the Banshee, and for the Undead, that is... Fuck me. 6. Oh my god. Those 4 more zombies just drop to the ground.
Yay, Ven!
Good job.
Now I have
You're
a new
not
character to
gonna
kill.
keep doing this.
Alright.
Claire.
Ven, is there anything else you'd like to do? There's only 1 Banshee left in the action.
Nope. I'm good. I've used both of those.
Okay. Dolkin, what would you like to do?
I am going to bonus action, Searing Smite, hit the one in front of me.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a 25 to hit.
That definitely does.
So that does 12 damage, and then the Searing Smite I'm doing at level 2,
Okay.
extra 2d6. Or an extra 12 damage.
Okay.
Or
As
fire
you,
damage.
I got you. as you manage to kind of smack into the thing and casting your clerical magic on it, the creature drops to the ground and then evaporates into the air. The fog seems to clear almost immediately, and you can see Quidane is sitting sitting on top of a tree. The tiny
You were a
fellas.
lot of help, weren't you?
You can literally see that she's not even paying attention to Ven. As the DM suddenly takes a quick restroom break because he drank a whole pound of coffee before this session, and we'll be right back for a moment. I apologize.
Ven is more powerful than anyone realized when it comes to undead.
Against undead, yeah.
I'm glad you're doing well.
I was like, clerics time
This
to
is
shine.
why
We
I
have two of
hate
them.
clerics. Granted, I have a reaction I could have
often?
used that would have been hilarious.
But like, how often do we run dead?
We might be running into them more now. That's a
Yeah,
good thing.
because of the team. Which is why I'm glad the party member. I don't have really useful spells against undead
Oh.
in general.
Okay, would you guys like to hear my reaction real quick?
Yeah.
Rhyme. R-I-M-E. When a creature within 30 feet of you targets an you or an ally, you can use your reaction to have them roll their attack with disadvantage. And the next strength, dexterity, or constitution saving throw will be rolled with disadvantage. No effects on creatures with resistance or immunity to cold. Your attacks and spells, but not your class abilities, now ignore cold resistance.
I have returned. Jesus Christ.
Also, Dolkin, don't forget you still have the
Yeah, you still have inspiration.
lasts for
Inspired!
10 minutes.
Okay. So as you guys continue or look about, forest seems to be clear. The bodies of the zombies seem to vanish. I will go ahead and dash out XP real quick.
Can I do
Yes, go ahead.
Can I go
like an
cure
Arcana
wounds?
check? An Arcana check to see if there's a necrotic power source around here that's like raising the zombies to attack us.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an Arcana check, and that is.
I'm gonna cure wounds level 3 it too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Poor you two.
Oh my god, I finally got into my account. That was so much trouble.
And there's the XP, by the way, for everyone that you can pull up.
I got 14.
With a 14, you manage. Oh, nice, 21 HP. Feel free to add that to your character sheet, E2.
Thank you.
You don't. So what'd you say? You're looking for a necrotic,
Yeah.
like source, or specifically?
Like looking for a source, like what could have raised the zombies to attack us if there's one nearby. Like if a necromancer hiding.
Oh. You don't sense anything specifically that gives off necrotic magic, or that would be specifically a necromancer. Typically, their magic feels a little darker overall, but you don't feel anything specifically towards that. So, as you guys continue to look around, Quidane kind of climbs down the tree, looking at each of you, kind of confused on what just happened. Overall.
You know what that was?
She looks at you and says, "You were here a moment ago, and then you vanished."
We were
Came-
Fucking
attacked
someone's
by
messing with
undead
us.
and banshees.
Banshees? They're not known to be in
And-
this area. There's no graveyards that I know of, but that is
Someone's playing
strange.
around with us. We need to be careful.
I got physically damaged. How could?
She looks strange, but these areas have been known to cause issues. So she just kind of brushes it off and continues heading up further.
Can I healing word myself?
Sure. Go ahead and roll for that. As she continues on, she kind of starts to nuzzle up next to Dolkin a little bit.
Oh, forget you have a, lass waiting for you now.
A fiance.
Dolkin doesn't know that. He didn't realize that.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh man.
I'll make sure she knows about this.
As
You're
Dolkin,
gonna rat on her?
can you do me a favor and give me a
Alright,
wisdom saving throw real quick?
Ooh. Who? Who?
That sounds good. Yeah, go on.
Who needs the save?
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, I
With
just need a
wisdom?
wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
6.
Okay.
Be smart about this.
All right. Thank you.
Taking that spell.
All right. So as you guys continue heading in further and further into the forest, on the occasion you can continuously hear something sounds off in the distance that sounds a little strange. Overall, you can hear the grunts of what sounds like maybe monkeys, maybe giant or apes of some sort. You're not really familiar, but it sounds very similar to it. And as you guys continue heading in, they seem to get louder and louder the closer they get. Quidane starts to kind of look around very nervously.
God damn, that sounds like my ex-wife.
Did you say that? Don't talk about that in front of me.
Oh,
You
uh-oh.
sounded a lot better.
Oh, thank you.
As Venzorwin puts the moves on E2. As you continue heading further in, you start to notice that the shrieks and screams of what you thought were the banshees actually turns out to be what sounds like maybe apes, as they seem to be all around you as you guys continue heading on your way. Quidane starts to kind of snuggle up a lot closer to Dolkin, kind of holding on to him almost.
I don't like monkeys.
I'm gonna protect it too. I'm gonna pick her up.
Quidane
And
looks
sort
at
of
you and says, "I
put
don't
her on
like
my
them
back.
either." Can't remember the accent. And she looks to Dolkin and says, "You'll protect me though, right?"
If you're gonna hold on to my arm, I can't swing the hammer though.
And at that point, Dolkin feels a hand grabbing on it right on his ass as she moves her hands away from his arm. And he can feel the claws of the fellas.
Getting a bit handsy with it, aren't you?
Why don't you do that to me?
I could, but there's
All right, and with that, so Ven, you said you're holding up,
I put E2
E2.
on my back.
Okay. I'm looking up something. One sec. So as you guys continue heading further and further, you start to see what looks to be off in the distance a very giant, almost you're not sure if it's a castle or a stronghold at this point. The only difference being one would be more fortified than the other. But you notice it's got a very artsy bulb on top of it that seems to be painted with almost a bronze-like color. The pillars that seem to erupt from the ground in the middle of this giant forest seem to have these bright white designs with different paintings on them and such. You're not 100% sure recognizing the culture at this point, looking at it from this distance, but as you get closer and closer, the what you finally realize is a castle starts to come into view. This thing's massive with no signs of civilization anywhere around it, but it's very well kept up. The walls are in pristine condition. This looks like almost a palace, like somewhere royals would go to retreat. What would you guys like to do?
Are we
That's-
close enough
It
that I
might
can
be a good
examine
place
the...
to rest.
Say
Knock
again,
on the
Dolkin?
door.
Are we close enough that I can examine the stonework?
Yeah.
I do that.
All right. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check, please.
I suggest specifically a history check.
Sure. I'll take that. If you want to swing from a chandelier, you're welcome to as well. There's not many people who are going to get that reference, sadly.
Sounds like a
So,
bad idea for, a
Uh,
dwarf, but
22.
22? Okay, let me PM you real quick. Well, that was interesting.
I sneeze weird. Don't mention it.
One sec.
I have a bad feeling about this castle. There's going to be something inside, and it will get us.
It will try to.
Okay, there you go. As you manage to look at, Dolkin, you now have a PM that explains it. Does anybody else want to do anything while Dolkin quickly reads that?
Does it look like anything that I've seen in my years and years and years of travel?
Nope, this doesn't look familiar at all.
Damn, everybody in their new architecture.
Do I
I'm-
get an idea if it's new or ancient?
By the looks of it, it looks like it would be brand new. The way the bricks are carved and such, they should be within a few years at most.
I'll turn to the group and be like, there's something off about this place.
Kinda check it.
Quidan kind of looks at you and says, "No, we need a place to rest. This is the place I was supposed to guide you to."
I
Do
don't
an
trust this.
insight on her.
Okay,
wanna-
go ahead.
So am I. I don't trust this.
Feel free.
Alright, double.
This is getting very fishy.
I don't know.
Yeah, cause
She
she was
seems nice.
fif-
I could probably trust her.
Zaya, what'd you get?
I got a 15.
15. All right, and Ven?
I got 11.
She's telling the truth. She was supposed to guide you guys here.
Who?
Who wants to knock
You
on the
said you
door
were
first?
guiding us here. Why are you guiding us here? Specifically? Couldn't we set up camp somewhere else?
I told you that I was taking you to meet with the New Hope leaders, and this is where we're supposed to meet.
Make
Here.
her go in
Assassination
first.
attempt. I'm killing everybody in there.
Well, what was that, Ven? I only caught the end of it.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
Quidane looks at it, says, "I'm going," and she just starts walking in, letting go of Dolkin.
Keep your
Okay,
guard
let's
up.
wait to see what happens to her.
We're
Just
keeping
say
our
keep
guard
your
up
guard
and
up.
following.
Follow behind.
She
We're gonna-
pushes
we're-
the
we're-
she pushes the gold doors open that are very fancily designed, with almost little to no issue, and walks in. And as you guys look in, it's a paradise. This is a very well designed garden inside with tree bearing fruit, bushes that seem to have many of pretty colored flowers of ranging from reds and blues to purples, indigo,
Don't eat the
lavender.
flowers.
Huh?
The two don't eat the flowers.
Never eat the
Why
purple
not?
flower. And yeah, but no one seems to be around as she continues to kind of head towards the main like castle itself.
Why is this place so creepy?
She looks at you and says, once belonged to a tiefling king or lord or something like that back during the one of the wars. I guess they used it as a outpost before all the losses of land.
Okay, well,
Would I have heard anything about this?
Give me a history check, Zaya.
Alright. If I do good. That's an 8.
Don't fail.
An 8.
Too late.
Yeah, so as far as that goes, she continues walking in. Nothing seems amiss. Nothing seems off overall.
I'm pushing
Where?
Dolkin in first.
Well, Dolkin was
Yeah, I'm
already
gonna
heading in
follow.
first.
I'm already
Alright,
following.
I'm heading after Dolkin.
Okay.
But I'm gonna
I
kind
will follow
of
behind
have
the
my
bard
hand.
with.
My hand's on the hilt of my rapier, like casual, but like just a.
She looks back
I'm
as you
walking,
guys
carrying.
continue to walk in, and she smiles and says, "Oh, don't mind the apes, by the way, as they're going to appear here in a few moments, as they're supposed to be the garden keepers. They're under a spell of one of our leaders." As she continues walking,
Alright.
and at that you see
Kill them first.
apes that are around 9 to 10 feet that would make Goliaths look small, climbing over the walls and just walking in and moving the garden about, pushing bushes, pulling them out, pulling out weeds. One that seems really strange, as it seems to have a massive red dot on its back that seems larger than the others. Seems to scream at you guys as you walk by, but doesn't come near you. Alright, and as you continue walking in, you start to notice that the footpath kind of almost starts to settle in. You start to notice that it goes from dirt to marble flooring. And off to your right, you finally see a nice, well-trimmed bush that seems to surround a giant pool that is basically designed out of solid marble itself. As you get close to the palace, you can see that most of it's still white marble, from what you can tell. Inlays of
Well, I mean, this place
gold,
has money.
silver, and many other fancy metals seem to be used to have designed the engravings on the building itself. What, Ben?
Nothing. Talk to myself because Ben is Irwin is a very broke person.
Okay.
Is he going to steal? I could probably do that for you if you wanted me
I
to.
thought you had morals.
um,
Yeah,
I-
morals about hurting good people, not morals about stealing from bad. It's a
Well,
Robin
New
Hood
Hope's
situation.
trying to help us, so you don't know if they're evil or bad or.
I mean,
Oh,
those
we do
monkeys were
need to
bad.
make friends.
Yeah, allies, specifically your job.
I
Uh,
know.
Okay,
as you
fine.
guys
No
continue
stealing.
to head in towards the center of the palace, you get this almost cold wind coming out of the palace itself. Um,
Sadly, I cannot shiver.
you can feel the hair on your the back of your arms and necks kind of raise up. It is like almost freezing as the doors seem to open up as you guys get closer. No one seems to be standing there as you open up as the doors open up and she beckons you inside.
I'm still following after Dulkin.
I'm following behind our leader, the bard.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Dulkin was the leader. Am I still the leader?
I think you're still the
Yeah.
leader.
Kudane just kind of
Yes, you're still
smiles
here.
at you a lot as she continues to walk in, kind of just accepting it.
Smiles at Dulkin a little too much.
Pretty much. Doken, give me another wisdom saving throw, please.
You stole my inspiration, right? Or no?
Was that a D8?
It
Yeah,
was
that's a
1d8,
D8. Yeah,
You never used.
19.
19. Okay. As you continue to walk in, it seems that the place is almost empty. No one seems to be walking about.
Isn't
In
that
fact,
suspicious?
there's no one in here. And as you enter into the tower is almost completely empty. There's no designs. It's almost like a solid, just room. No artifacts, no stairs, no chairs, nothing.
We've been led into a trap.
I want to see if I have any spells. See.
Can I just do like an Arcana check to see if
Yeah.
I get the sense that something's
Yeah.
like hiding?
Can I like
Sure.
investigate?
Same here.
Give me a Arcana
I'm-
check, Dolkin.
18.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. 16 investigation. So what are you investigating, Zaya?
I'm looking for like any hidden that would look like any traps or like any hidden trapdoors or doors. Like you pull a book in a book. So
Doesn't seem to be. There's
Hidden
only the
stuff.
one door that you guys entered through.
well, do I see any blood stains?
Nope. It's actually very clean in here.
I'm just gonna the turn to the woman and just be like, "What are you hiding?"
The small fellas kind of stops suddenly in the middle of the room, turns and smiles and says, "You know, you were much cuter when you were under my charm spell."
Oh!
Guys, I have
And
a
the
sudden
door
feeling.
slams shut behind you.
I draw my rapier. Guys,
As you
I
guys
keep Itu behind me.
as you guys start to panic, you also notice that the building around you seems to vanish, and you notice you're in a giant cave. There are creatures moving about all around you. Those apes seem to have followed you into the room. Kodane just
knew
looks
it.
at you and says, "You know, I really wanted to make this easier. All but the skinny tall one, and you would all be tasty enough. I didn't think the dumb short one would actually catch on." As she just kind of backs up and suddenly sits in a chair that appears behind her. Roll initiative, please.
gosh darn it. Let me guess, it's a
Oh,
Rashaska
Nope,
in disguise. No?
it is
I-
not.
Well, Well, no wait, it's a 5.
18.
Okay, so then an 18, Zaya at a 5,
I got a nat
E2.
1.
Hold on.
All right, Dolkin.
One sec.
It's a good thing I
Alright.
leveled up and got a new spell.
I'm
Okay,
glad I
thank
leveled up
goodness.
too because I'm about to do something to it too to make this fight a little bit easier.
All right, Dolkin, a -1. Congratulations, friend.
That
um,
sucks so bad.
ye- not as bad as my roll. I'm gonna be honest, Dolkin. You still got me beat even with that really bad roll. So
That's, there are so many
I
levels
mean-
of impressive there. It's
Yeah.
Vulcan, we both got nat 1s.
I really should have.
yes.
I really should have cast this spell before walking in here.
All right. So
The
that is the
regret
order of
exists.
initiative. As Quidane sits down in her chair, she just smiles, looking at each of you, not really getting up or moving, and produces her stuff as she suddenly looks straight at Dolkin. Dolkin, give me a wisdom saving throw.
No.
No.
Not our tank.
7.
7. Dolkin, as you just suddenly look into Quidane's eyes, you suddenly realize that she is the love of your life. You would do anything to protect her and would kill anybody that would harm her. As she just smiles and says, "Get them, my pet."
Guys, keep me alive until my turn. I have stuff.
Dolkin luckily goes after you. But as that happens, the first giant ape that you guys saw out there that had the red dot on its back suddenly comes out of the darkness and goes straight for Vin.
I'm gonna use my reaction.
Go ahead.
Rhyme. Creature within 30 feet of you targets you or an ally. You can use your reaction to have them roll their attack with disadvantage. The
Okay.
next straight dexterity or constitution saving throw is rolled with disadvantage.
Okay. So does a 21 hit?
Damn it!
Not gonna lie, you lucked out because I rolled a natural 20 on the first one, so
I saved
Okay.
my life a little.
yeah, you didn't die. All right, give me a moment. Oh god, I have to roll. There we go. All right, so 1, 2, 4. God damn it, for 11 and 6, that's 17 points of bludgeoning damage. As this thing hits you with its fist for its first attack. Let's see if it can punch you again with disadvantage. That is a total of 14. Does that hit?
No, that does not.
As the giant ape swings at you again, luckily you learned your lesson the first time as its arm goes right past you. It smells of ale, something fierce.
Goddamn fucking dwarvish apes.
It's not dwarvish, this thing's much bigger than you. Alright. Ven, you're up. What would you like to do?
Shit.
You've got a giant
think,
ape
think.
standing in front of you trying to kill you. Again.
I doubt intimidating it would be of any help.
You can try. Would you
Yeah,
like to
no,
roll for
that-
intimidation?
No, I'd have no luck doing that. I have better luck fucking grappling it.
Okay, would you like to roll to grapple it?
No, I'm not stupid.
Well, what would you like to do?
Well,
I will
I
tell
can
you
use-
that Zaya and Dolkin are right next to each other, as Dolkin walked in first with Zaya behind her, then you, and then E2 in the very back. So if Dolkin does turn, he is going to hit Zaya first, just as a heads up. But go ahead.
Well, hopefully if my turn
No.
goes right,
I have one thing I can
be
do,
alive.
and
Go ahead, Ven.
luckily this is the best thing I can do. I'm going to move. I'm going to, with my new feat of wherever the fuck it went.
Mhm.
Fey teleportation. I get to cast Misty Step once per short rest without expending a spell slot. I'm gonna
Okay.
Misty Step over to Zaya, and I'm going to pat her shoulder and say a spell as I cast Death Ward on her.
Okay.
Dang.
Level 4
Shit.
spell. She is now immune to death. One time.
All right,
She has
Dolkin.
Immune to
one
death
hit-
You're gonna have to roll well
forever.
for me here in a bit.
And
Okay.
that's my action. My bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Word at 2nd level.
Okay.
So I don't think Atu is fully healed, and I would prefer her to be.
Okay. So,
Thank you. I feel like in one hit I will die.
Yep.
all right.
Yep. You need to hide it too, and you need a sneak attack. Stabby, stabby their ankles.
Stabby, stabby their ankles. Oh, that's good. All right. Ven, did you plan to do
You
anything else?
heal 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Ven, did you want to do anything else?
End
Sorry.
of turn.
Okay.
That's all I can do. I've used everything.
E2, you're up. You're
I
at the
did
very
not-
back. The
Fucking
door
you.
behind you slam shut, and all around you seems to be apes, and this giant ape that's trying to currently fist your boyfriend.
How close am I to the door?
Within a few feet.
Ooh, does it look openable?
I mean,
Open.
it slammed pretty hard, but you're not sure on whether this thing could be opened or not.
You think I could bust it down?
You can try. It looks to be a heavy wooden door. The gold plating has vanished from it that was there.
Can you like turn into a bigger animal than a dog and then just charge at the door?
I don't really like turning into other animals unless
But
it's
this
really
is a
necessary.
survival
Damn it.
situation. Life or death.
um,
This isn't for aesthetic purposes.
well,
Only time I'll say this: become one of the apes.
I can only turn into animals that I know, and I guess I could turn into an ape and try to break down the door.
Or like a rhino or a horse, a bull.
I don't know what a rhino looks like.
I
Wait.
don't know.
Didn't she see the griffin?
Giant squirrel.
Yeah? Technically?
Giant
Would a
squirrel?
giant squirrel be stronger than these apes?
Stronger is relative. Bigger? Yes.
More useful? Yes.
Giant, yes.
We all remember the squirrels.
Yeah, Doken hasn't gotten to an experience of squirrels yet, so...
Oh god.
Still can be afraid of the squirrels.
Okay. I want to. God, how many actions do I have? Can I turn into
It
a giant
should
squirrel
say
and then?
on your character sheet, give me a moment. I will pull it up. You have attacks per action 1, so you have one. Of course, you only get one action unless you sacrifice your movement. In which case, then you can get 2 actions.
But the door's far away, so I would need to move towards it.
Yes, you would.
Move
I
towards
want
it, become ape.
move towards it and become a squirrel.
Yeah.
Okay,
Become-
I
That seems
proceed to
good.
do that.
Okay. So as you kind of walk over to it, turning into a giant squirrel, your head smacks against the wall, something hard. You take 4 points of damage from smacking your head against the wall, turning into
You
this thing.
just healed me for that.
And yes,
I am
you're
heal bitch right now. Just take it.
you are next to the door now, so you on your next turn, or you can go ahead and try and take a hit at it.
I proceed to take a hit at the door.
Next turn.
Yeah, next
Not
turn
now.
you would have to, because you've already
Oh,
used your
next-
action
next.
and yeah, and your movement action. So, okay. So
Just
up
as one haste
next
would be useful.
is Zaya. Zaya, what would you like to do as you now
Yes,
see a very
yes,
angry Dolkin?
I would like to cast Dispel Magic. Any third or lower spell the target ends, and if it's 4th level or higher, I have to make a DC 10 plus
Ooh.
the spell's level check. So what level
Okay.
spell is it?
Go ahead and you said under 3rd level.
If it's under 3rd level, it ends instantly. If it's 4 or
Okay.
higher, I have to make a check.
Dolkin, you no longer feel charmed.
Don't fall for it, please!
Inspire him, damn it!
Yes? Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. Duncan, do you want my inspiration? Take it.
Oh, that's
Hey,
very
Don't fall
don't
for that,
die,
Katie's
kill
terrific
people.
tricks.
And I'm going to... How close am I to the apes?
They're surrounding you. They're all within 20 feet of you.
So that I can't move farther away.
No, you've got one right behind you as well. You've got the giant ape.
Oh god. Well, Okay, yeah.
He's
then I guess
focused on me. You're safe.
Do I have a? Okay, Itu.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Dolkin, you're no longer charmed.
You have an
Couple of
inspiration.
questions. You
I
can
have
let me know if
answers.
these are going to take an action or not.
Okay.
One, can I tell what or if the apes are being controlled, similar to how I was just being controlled?
I'll let you do an Arcana check for that, but you only get one check without having it count as an action.
Okay, I'll take that check.
Okay.
Is that Arcana?
Oh God.
Divinity cleric, learning more about magic than any of the other party members.
Only a 4.
You,
Uh,
s-
uh,
you
probably won't matter.
you do sense magic, but you're not sure how they're being controlled.
Right. Okay, question number 2. Can I tell what type of being Kadane is?
She's Fellis, so she's a tabaxi variation.
Okay.
Small.
Yeah, she's small,
She's a
basically.
midget.
She's
But not-
eatable.
She's a
Pick her
halfling.
up and throw her.
But not
She's a
like
halfling
human.
tabaxi.
No, she's not human. No, she's a tabaxi variation. So, but she is the size. She's smaller than a gnome. So
Right. I'm looking specifically issue an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead, and she's
No.
not one of them.
no,
Right.
not that you can tell.
I'm just gonna wing it anyways. I'm just gonna do dispel magic on the big ape with the red spot on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
As you go ahead and cast that, the ape looks very confused suddenly, looking at looking at you, Dolkin, and looking back at Ven, and still trying to. Seems very angry at
And then
Ven.
I'm gonna point at Kadane and like, she's the issue here.
It ignores you.
Animal handling.
It's not
And
a
then-
very bright monkey. I'm sorry to tell you.
They're
Right.
still feral.
And then
Have
I'm just gonna
banana.
start marching towards Kadane.
Okay, you can get there within 5 feet. She's not far from you. She was pretty cocky in thinking she could charm you. All right.
Well,
As you get closer to her, Dolkin, she is going to take an attack of opportunity on you, assuming you get close enough to her. Because I assume you're getting within striking range, right?
She gets an attack of action for me entering her range.
Uh huh.
Yeah, you can take that if you have the right feet.
So are you getting within her range, or are you just gonna? Okay.
I'm gonna keep going towards her.
All right. She is gonna try and smack you with her battle axe. Oh fuck me. Okay, good. And she very valiantly misses you with very great ease as you dodge around it as she is trying to swing at you while sitting down as her battle axe cleaves into the ground, getting stuck. Goddamn natural ones. Okay. And nothing else you want to do, Dolkin?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. It's a
remember you
what?
die. I was gonna remind him if you attack her, you can add that 1d8 to your attack roll.
I think he already used his 1d8, I believe, correct?
Next turn.
Not the new one.
Okay.
No.
As you are moving up, Dolkin, the creature's noticing that the more dangerous creature seems to be standing behind you. All 4 of the smaller apes seem to go and attack on Zaya.
What?
And so, Zaya, are you ready for a good beating?
Luckily, you
I
have Death
hope I-
Ward, so you'll
hope
be able to
I
take 2
die.
of these.
Okay, Zaya does a 17 hit.
Yes.
Does a 11 hit.
No.
Okay, would you like me to roll out the other 6 hits, or do you want me to just stick with that? That means
I'd
you only
like
take
to
4
stick-
hits.
I'd like to. Wait, 4 out of the 6?
Yeah, because they still succeeded on 1, so each ape will get 1 hit on you. It's either I can roll each of the apes' attack on you. I'm more than happy to do either. I'm giving you the option.
The problem
Take less
is I'm
50
scared
or
of crits.
possible more.
Okay, let's just go with what we have.
Okay, so
I'll
that's
try
4
not-
hits. Luckily, that's only 1d6 plus 3 each, so that is 4 damage on the first one, 6 damage on the second, 5 damage on the third, and on the last one, that is another 5 damage. This is all bludgeoning, by the way, as they are continuously punching you.
Okay. I'm down to 9. Yeah.
And you are surrounded
Woo!
by four apes.
This is good, guys. Just make sure I don't die. I have something. I think.
You have Death Ward on you. You can't
no,
die
I mean
right
I
now.
have something I can do to kick these monkeys' ass.
There's a
Uh-oh.
picture on the internet that reminds me with a small tiefling and four apes surrounding him. But we won't go into that subject today.
Oh gosh.
At the end of their turn, Quidane is going to look Dulkin in the eyes with a bit of nervousness. And I'm checking something real quick. Am I correct in this? Yes. Okay. Okay. Alright, so everyone around, please give me a I'm gonna just do a perception check for each of you, because I'm for this. So everyone give me a perception check real quick.
If you want, Duncan, I
Nat
think
20.
you still have the 1d8.
God damn it, Dulkin. Fuck.
Okay, good job.
Fuck.
20.
Alright, and Ven?
Thank
Well, E2 doesn't see shit. But
Shit rolls, right?
yeah, it's
Squirrels
okay.
aren't very bright.
E2
Especially
isn't very bright.
Bigger squirrels are
I love her.
even less so.
That's all that matters. Ven loves her. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Alright, Ven, what'd you get? Oh,
I got my dice is lost, so give me a second.
you already lost your
I just
3D
have
printed
time
dice.
to-
16. Okay. Everyone but E2 who's not even looking in her direction, sees this bright flash of light, and then sees Quidane trying to get up and slowly walk towards the area. Since she's moving in your zone, Dulkin, do you have an opportunity attack, correct?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and make that to see if you
can
hit.
add the 1d8 to it if you.
Well, it was a 24 to hit
That
Oh,
hits.
Never mind.
for 16 damage.
God damn it, she looks very hurting. As she takes the
Good.
hit straight to the
Burn
face.
The cat.
She almost kind of looks at Dulkin pleadingly at this point, with her eyes welling up as she's trying to get away. All right.
You don't take prison.
However, unfortunately for Dulkin, because he hit her and caused her to drop down to that, she suddenly starts to glow blue for a second, Dulkin, and you sense something very dangerous and divine, something very dark. Given your divinity, you recognize this almost immediately. This is a spell called Void Destruction, which is very well known amongst clerics. This is a spell that has been known to wipe out entire castles when the caster, when the caster drops below half HP or drops to unconsciousness. It deals almost a 400 damage to everything within a 30 or 120 foot range. This is due to those who follow Calthun the Destroyer, or the Destroyer, one of the top tier gods.
Will it kill her too?
Yeah, there's a good chance it will.
And you're the only one that would survive it right now because of Death
Death
Ward.
Ward.
And
get
it would
you, Death.
outright kill everyone in the room because that's more HP than any of you have.
We're all
Doubled.
Instant death.
If she drops, Dulkin, you can see she's starting to glow, so you recognize this
Can you
immediately, this divinity.
Knock her unconscious.
No, that will
No,
cast
that
the
would-
spell to cast off as well.
Apprehend her.
Alright.
Restrain her.
However, that is the end of her turn. She can't do anything else. The giant ape, sensing danger and actually rolling well on its intelligence roll, runs away from the room and starts climbing back out a hole in the upper area of what looks to be the cave.
I want to climb up there.
I'm
And
gonna go jump on her back.
Ven, are you going to make an opportunity attack on the great ape as it runs, or are you going to let it go?
Nope, I'm letting it go. Go ahead. It can run. It's not trying to kill me anymore.
It was just dumb. It was just a dumb.
It
animal
manages to
stand.
climb up the side of the cave and yeets itself out the window.
Yeet.
I'm gonna get. Can I rush to Itu's back?
Well, Ven, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
How far away am I from Itu?
Well, she's only a few feet away from you, so
I'm gonna go get it and climb on her back and be like, let's just get out of here. This is bad.
okay.
Oh,
And that's
yeah,
all you're
leave
gonna do?
us.
I mean, I'll cast Healing Word at level 3 on our dearest leader.
Thank you.
So it's 3d4 plus 1. Let me roll these. Good news, you heal 5.
More than she had.
I'm now at 14.
Anything else you want to do, Ven?
Actually, I'll use my action and cast that one more time.
Okay. As Zaya's being pummeled by gorillas.
Yep.
That's 6! Good news, you healed 11 total.
Yay.
Alright.
I'm at
E2, it is now your turn. You are standing next to the door as a giant squirrel.
Ooh,
With a Venzorwin on your back.
Not the first time you've had Venzorwin on your back. Go ahead.
Do I notice the hole?
No, you do not.
I did not see the ape leave out of that hole.
Given the fact of your perception earlier, no.
Can Ven tell me to leave through that hole?
That hole is going to be too small for you to climb through.
Fuck, because I'm too big. Because I'm a
crash
giant
down the
squirrel.
door. You're a giant squirrel.
Yeah, okay. I want to
Leg
try to break down
muscle.
the door.
Alright, let's go ahead and make a strength or athletics. I mean, athletics if you're going to pull, strength if you're just going to smash.
I am going to pull it.
Alright, and before you roll, you get a +8 to that roll.
Why?
Because you're a giant squirrel, and a
Squirrel.
giant squirrel has a 27 in strength.
Why didn't I? Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Should I roll
Yeah.
to push it then?
No, I mean, that's up to you. I mean, if you want to slam into it, I mean, it's a +8 if you roll that, so.
Which one's the higher?
It
Well,
doesn't matter. It's +8 to both.
yeah, it's a +8 either way, so at this point, yep. So as you smash
18.
into the door, it seems to give way just enough to where everyone who is about medium size or smaller will be able to fit through. You are currently not medium size, though. You are considered gigantic, E2.
I figured.
Could sacrifice your movement to try and smash through and fall through.
Yeah, you could try again if you want to smash it again. And try and push it all the way open.
Would,
It's just another attack.
but would it be easier to go back to medium size?
Yeah, you could transform back into your original form, but you won't be able to move after that either way.
Oh.
On either way, like if you smash it and open it completely, you still won't be able to move through it this turn.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck here right now.
So you can shrink and go through, or you can try another strength check and hope.
This is difficult. I don't know what's the better option.
There is no better choice here. There is
Okay.
just death.
I'm gonna go back to being a dog.
Alright, as you shrink back down, you realize that there is a heavier than average elf sitting on your back, as you are
Ben!
small again. Okay.
Sorry.
Now,
Going through the door.
After E2, Zaya, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay. How close to me is Kadane?
She's only a few feet away. This room isn't very
few-
big.
She's within 30 feet.
Yes, easily.
Oh God.
This
Oh.
entire room is.
Okay. Let me look at my. Wait, you
Don't
said she
knock
had
her
a
out.
magical.
You knock her out, you kill us all.
I'm not. Does she have a magical spell on her? You said that's.
It is a spell. It's a warlock cantrip, and it automatically is going as key. It's a divine spell.
Can I use the spell magic?
Yeah, you can if you'd like.
Yeah, I want to do that. If I cast that,
As you
Spell
do
magic.
so, she stops glowing blue, but you can still see that the worry in her eyes.
Well, now that I've done my action, let me
Mhm.
see if I can do anything good for my bonus action.
Run.
Die. Yeah. How?
Run.
Wait, I'm surrounded by the monkeys.
You
I
are.
Can't.
And they will get attacks of opportunity on you.
They
Yeah,
will,
and
but
that's
guess what? You have Death Ward. You'll be left with 1 HP regardless.
What's the plan, Zaya?
Thinking heal myself and hope for the best.
Okay.
Because if she won't explode, next turn I can handle the monkey. So I'm gonna do bonus action, healing word
Okay.
myself.
Well, you
buff
could also
myself up.
sacrifice your movement and deal with the monkeys this turn then.
Can I, Dan?
Yeah, you can. You can sacrifice your movement, and that gives you an extra
well,
action.
Let me heal myself first. Wait, how close is everyone else to Dulkin?
To Dulkin? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, how close is Dulkin?
So Dulkin's within 5 feet of you at this point. Quidaine's only about 7 feet away from you, and then the other party members are about 10.
Dulkin, how good's your dex?
I mean, it's there.
It's not totally a
Definitely
-1.
assign value to it.
If I did a spell, do you think you'd be good? Wait, have you used my 1d8 yet?
Not the newest one. But if you do something that requires me to make a dex save, I wouldn't get your hopes up for me doing it.
The thing is,
He'll survive, he's a dwarf.
Dulkin, are you willing to possibly take one for the team if I can handle?
Before you do that, one sec.
What your plan is. Just remember, I'm also standing next to, basically a bomb.
I disabled her. I dispelled magic.
I'm still assuming I'm standing next to a bomb.
Dulkin, you might want to read your message just in case. Yep. Okay.
Because you said when you first described this that it was given to followers of some...
Of Calthun, yeah. One of the Holy Trinity gods of destruction, creation, and time.
Right. So I haven't got my hopes up that your magic has dispelled some god
a cantrip?
thing.
Is this something she'll have to cast?
It's a cantrip. It is not something she has to cast. This automatically casts when it goes off. Zaya, if you want to know more about this spell, you can do a history check to see if you recognize it.
Would that take away from the?
No, I'll give you the one check for free.
Okay.
I mean, you're a bard. You should be good at history, right?
Well,
please tell me you didn't roll a natural 1.
No. I got an
11. So you know that this spell, the only person that's ever been confirmed to use it was Logothus, one of the god of wrath and rage now. When he had this spell on, a king managed to deactivate the spell, but then knocked Logothus out in a single hit, and the spell completely wiped out his entire castle guard of almost 400 men and himself, to which Logothus woke up and almost found his party members dead as well.
So, if she gets damaged, will the spell trigger again?
If she drops or dies, even according to what you know from history, it will still activate. There's no way to dispel a spell like this. It seems to be a safety thing, but it could kill her as well.
She's looking pretty beat up.
Oh yeah, she's bloodied.
Well, how big is the area in the room? How big's the room?
Roughly, you'd say 30-35 feet.
So would I be able to? No,
this spell would go over 120 feet if you're curious, by the way.
No, I'm wondering about call lightning. Could I fit cloud in here?
Yeah, you could.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do that because my other spell's probably gonna kill it.
Okay, so you're going to cast call light.
No, wait. I realize it's a chain reaction.
Make a decision here. Come on.
All right. Monkeys are pretty dumb, right?
Yes, they are.
Can I try to scare the monkeys?
How would you like to scare? Intimidate? All right, go ahead and roll intimidation.
I have thaumaturgy. I want to make my voice boom, and I want to kind of use my tiefling horns. I'm scare them and just yell at the monkey.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Because I also have my rapier. I don't know if my rapier looks.
It didn't seem to scare them off when they started smacking you.
Well, I got a 19.
Each of the apes looking at you look kind of confused for a second. Look back at Quidane and start to run away.
Good.
All right. Anything else? That's it?
That's it. Yeah.
All right, Dulkin. You're standing next to a giant bomb that could wipe out the entirety of this forest. and you are set up to set it off. What would you like to do?
Are there any apes left in the room?
They are in the room, but they're running towards that window.
So the apes in the room are all leaving.
Yes.
I'm just gonna turn to Kadane
Hmm.
and just kind of kneel down next to her and just be like, "What was your plan?"
She
Suicide.
suddenly smiles at you. This very devious and devilish smile. Can you stop messing with your mic, Ven? Goddamn.
Sorry.
Fucking put it down. Jesus. Okay, thank you. I swear to God, I'm gonna mute him. Yeah, she just kind of smiles at you, Dolkin, as you kind of drop down to one knee, and you can see something in her hand that is starting to glow. What would you like to do, Dolkin?
She's like holding an item.
Feel it.
It looks like she's holding something that's shiny, that like is shiny as far as light is emitting from her hands.
I'll just kind of wave my hand over and cast another dispel magic on that.
Fuck you,
And
as
Vulcan,
the
yeah.
light
Don't do
vanishes,
that.
she just looks at you like completely confused, like what the hell?
Just stop.
She
Don't
underestimated
trust
us.
you.
She glares at you for a second, and just waits to see what you're gonna do. You want to take any actions against her,
Tie
Dolkin?
her up. Strain her.
Grapple.
Yeah,
Don't
I guess
kill her.
I'll like
You got rope,
handcuff
don't
her.
you?
Do you have handcuffs, buddy?
I have rope that I could use.
All right. That's a grapple check against her. See if you can get her down.
What is it? Just a strength check?
It's your athletics
Athletics.
against her
Do you
strength.
have the 1d8 still?
God damn it! Shut up. No.
I had a 21.
That's good because I had a 12. As you manage to push her down to the ground, she's not really difficult. I mean, she is a phallus, and she's 2 feet and probably weighs a quarter of what you weigh, maybe as much as one of your legs. As she's pushed to the ground, she's glaring and screaming in what sounds like a foreign language. Do
Wait,
any of you
Careful, she might
speak?
cast a spell.
Do any of you speak giant?
no.
Let
No?
me check.
But wait, I
Hold
have
on.
a.
Yes, Zaya?
No, I thought maybe I'd have a spell. Maybe
Like
but I don't
comprehend
have-
languages?
I don't-
Nope. I have
Okay.
Common, Elvish, Infernal, and Sylvan.
Yeah, I have a bunch of them. but-
Fucking useless.
Okay. As you kind of pin her down, Dolkin, she starts shouting something in what sounds like a very similar to Dwarvish, but not exactly Dwarvish. You don't seem to be able to make any sense of it.
I'm just
Stop
like,
speaking gibberish, woman.
You're out of
yeah,
initiative
basically
at
just
this point.
Just, I need you to be quiet for like, just hold on, just
Tell
stop.
us what
I
you
just like
Gagger.
put
wanted
my
with
hand
us.
over her mouth.
You
I
put
do
a
that
hand
once
over
a
her mouth, and she suddenly stops talking, and you feel her trying to bite your hand, but the teeth seem to not really do anything to the armor you're wearing, as it just
We have
kind of.
The two and I are
gag
gonna go
her.
outside the room, and I'm just gonna be like, we're gonna be outside.
Tell us what you brought us here for, or we're gonna gag you and leave you for the banshee.
She starts mumbling into Dolkin's hand.
Tolkien, remove your, please.
Are you,
I have my
I look
rapier
her directly in
pointed.
the eyes. Are you gonna be nice?
You can just see the anger in her eyes. She's not given up yet.
I mean,
She calls for backup, we gag her. And we
I think
Ditch
you're
her.
kind of outnumbered, and we kind of have the advantage. This is gonna be a lot easier if you just play nice.
She continues to mumble into your hand.
I'll slowly move the hand away. Just
She
kind of hear what you're saying.
She tries to bite your hand as you pull it away.
gagging time it is.
Okay, go ahead and give me a. Let's just do a dex check to see if you can catch her. She's not very dexterous at this point. She can't really move too much.
Me or Dulkin?
Dolkin, since he's the one I assume gagging her.
What is
A
he
five.
Unless you
using to
want me
gag
do the
her?
A
dex
5?
check.
Dolkin, you managed to barely gag her as she seems to continue to chew on the rope that I assume is what you're using to gag her with.
Yeah.
I say we
Are we
leave
go-
her somewhere far away and we
No, we
Go
take her
far
to
away.
authorities.
There are no authorities. This is the apocalypse.
She
I say
continues
we
to chew
take
on the
her
rope.
somewhere. We set
She
her
might
up in an
come
open
back.
space. We stand
We
back
stand over
120
120 feet away.
and we ask her to tell us answers. And if she refuses, bam! I
Then
hit her with
blast
my
her with guided
crossbow,
missile.
and bye bye.
No!
Bye-bye,
Blast her with
Kidane.
guided missile.
I do not condone this.
You were
Or I
just
summon
talking about
elementals around
stealing
her.
earlier. This woman just tried to kill us, Itu, and
And
you're
you
trying
are
to
right to
outnumber
talk
Stealing
about
us.
isn't
stealing.
killing a person.
And we
She
almost
tried to kill
died,
us.
all of us.
I'm just
you,
gonna
I
sit
didn't
not you,
down.
because of
dispel
my
her magic.
spell.
We need to ask her who sent her to kill
That's
us
what
first.
I'm saying. We ask her, and if she doesn't tell us, or if she
We
tries to
don't kill
try
her.
any tricks again, I'll kill her, Itu. I'll kill her. And that's a
I'm
Can
just-
I
promise.
I
use
just-
that, DM?
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
can.
sitting down in front of her, just gonna wait it
Will
out.
it make her easygoing?
Yeah. Technically, it causes everyone to immediately go into a calm of sorts and makes it so
Who-
any
Oh,
sort
good,
of
so
violence
Zaya
What
won't
is-
disappears.
yell at me anymore.
What is Itu trying to do? 'Cause
I use my
might-
staff
Calm
of peace.
emotion.
Staff of
As
Peace, what is it?
E2
'Cause I might have
pulls
something.
As E2 pulls out a staff, E2, it does cause you to turn into your changeling form. I will admit to tell you that. As you smack it onto the ground, your dog form vanishes for a few moments and comes back.
I cover
Suddenly, just as suddenly, Zaya, you find yourself much
Can I do
calmer.
Counter Charm?
You cannot. It does not work. Dolkin, you find yourself relaxed. Just as often as you always are.
Can I make a wisdom save?
And no, you cannot. And Quidane sits there and seems to almost calm and stops chewing on the rope outright.
We need to figure out why she brought us here, because that means someone's after our head. If we don't take care of threats, we'll die. And I've lost too many people on this quest to perish now while I'm so close to accomplishing something.
Shh, you're calm now. Just chill out.
I'm
Let's
calm. I'm
ask her
upset. I'm
some
not angry. I'm
questions.
upset
Okay.
because Zaya's a
Okay.
depressed and
Shut
mentally
up.
unstable person.
Look at her now. Look how easygoing she is.
Look
Yeah.
at the little kitten.
She's got a glazed look in her eyes, basically.
Dolkin,
Ungag her.
Try talking to her.
I would not ungag.
I ungag her.
Oh, ungag her.
All right.
She doesn't have mind control. Itu just made us calm.
She looks at you, Dolkin, and it just doesn't do anything. She doesn't bite at you this time. Doesn't seem to really move much.
Do you
No.
want to tell us what's going on now?
She looks at you and says, "Not really." As
Oh,
her
that's fair.
accent completely vanishes.
She's not
Or-
speaking.
She's
what
speaking
words?
common now, and her accent has vanished completely.
What were you yelling before?
She looks at you and says, "Profanities." In giant.
Who do you work
I don't feel like telling you.
What if we took you out to dinner and then you could tell us?
Not
I'm kind
interested.
of hungry. It's been a long day.
How long does the Staff of Peace last?
You don't know. E2's never
Can I
used
make
it
an
before.
Arcana check on it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Don't look at my
yay.
staff.
I got a 16. Tell me all about that staff.
You know nothing. It has a lot of magic coming off of it, and it's divine magic. That's about all you know.
I'm putting my
Nice.
staff away. I don't want people looking at it. It makes me
Ooh.
uncomfortable.
Put
I
staff back
say
on back.
We need to find somewhere else other than here to interrogate her. I feel like there are more traps in place.
She-
Monkeys still
the-
around.
Quidane looks at you and says, "You can interrogate me. I won't tell you a thing."
And we can't kill
Why's
you or
that?
knock you unconscious because of that fucking
Well,
spell.
we could. We
You're
just
right.
have to stand back 100.
Calthun is
mean, if we-
one for all of us, and you clerics
mean, if-
here are weak.
If I
Right.
rest, I could summon some elementals and we could stand far enough away while they beat the shit out of you.
No,
you
no
could.
Sound
violence.
calm.
She smiles at you and Dolkin. You could both try and cut me down with your magic, but my god is higher ranked than yours. If I explode,
pretty
it'll come
sure my
after
god
you.
doesn't give a shit about that.
He's
I really
already
don't give a shit about
He's
him.
already lost once against Calthun.
How
This does
valuable
not
do you
surprise
think
me.
you
My
are
god's
to
a
Cal?
fucking bitch.
To Calthun, probably not much. To your boss, Saya, a lot.
Actually work for New Hope?
Yes and no. I
You're
am what
straight
you
up.
call a scaled bone, if you will. If you look at my wrist, you can see the tattoo of the dragonborn bone on my arm.
DM, is the skill bones the ones who
Yes.
killed Tikva?
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly
You.
why she seems to say it.
Will my anger of the fact that she murdered my cousin or her group did
Nope.
negate the piece? Oh,
Nope,
so
you're
you are
gonna be peaceful for a
murderers,
good while.
ruthless murderers with little to no moral. Although I guess I can't to judge. It too. You said killing was wrong, right? Behold you, someone, a group of murderers who killed innocent people with warning, with no honor.
Not
with no
innocent. We killed them because we are paid. We don't decide your innocence. We take a pay.
Murderers. It too, paid murderers. How does that make you feel?
It's people making a living. We can't argue against stuff
She,
for once.
They killed my
the
family.
Fellas looks straight at Zaya and smiles and says, "Kind of like how you caused an entire city to be killed?
What do you mean by
You opened a portal inside Dragon's Gate that let those soldiers through. You're no better than we are. At least we only go for the one person and we get paid for it. You
never
sided with
opened
an
a
enemy.
portal. I didn't open a portal.
This is making E2 very upset.
You did. You were with Dolkin. You guys were with Dolkin when Dolkin opened the way for the High Elves to invade Dragon's Gate.
I wasn't there for that episode.
You were not there, but you were. Your character was part of the events.
E2 needs to leave the room now.
She looks at.
If she leaves, does the
She
peace
looks at
end?
E2 and smiles and says, "And you, shall we go into your own crimes?"
No, please don't. I can't
We've
bear
all
that.
Oh
committed
yes,
crimes.
tell us
I
the
think I have
crimes
more
of the person
crimes on my
saying
back than
they
anyone in this
want to
room.
save a
Now shut
murderer.
it.
Save me? No. And she ignores Ven completely. But I will let you know this. What is going on, and what you need to know, is at the main colony by the old New Hope base. In the colonies right next to the bridge to the mainland, you will find who you're looking for. Your grandfather still stays there. Asir still stays there. And somewhat of a surprise. But I will warn you that over there are more things that you'll have to worry about. I was simply contracted to hunt you down. By who I cannot say, because I do not know. I was given orders by my boss and told to find you. And she looks to Dolkin and says, "And I was supposed to kill you specifically, and her." As she looks back to Zaya.
I just give her a nod. Like, yeah, that's fair.
Not at first.
Well, like, I guess.
Well, we have a walking bomb now. We could just use her as such.
At that, she looks at you and smiles and says, "Oh, and that reminds me." And she bites down on her tongue and manages to tear her tongue off, causing enough damage. Let's see.
Shit!
I'm gonna cast Healing
I
Word
told you.
instantly.
I told her
As
we
she
should've left
bites
her to
down on
die.
her tongue hard,
on the sack that
nearly
way.
tearing it off, she drops to 1 HP. She can't talk
I'm
anymore.
casting Healing Word.
All right,
No, she's not
guys.
unconscious. The spell hasn't
I
activated.
don't care. I do
Run.
not trust her. I'm
We
casting
We need
Healing
to book
Word.
it.
She spits out the tongue at Dolkin and smiles.
Wait, we are in a tower. How tall up in the tower are we? Like from the ground?
You're on the base floor. This isn't a
If we
tower, it's a
push
cave.
her- Oh, it's a.
I'm casting
It's a
Healing
tall
Word at
cave.
second level on her.
Doesn't she
I
have to
do
be
not
willing?
trust this little.
She does have to be willing.
Then 8. She heals
I
for
say
8.
we leave her
as I
here
call her a
to
cunt.
rot.
The spell doesn't work, Ven.
Taking her will kill us. Let's go now. We can leave her here for.
I agree. We
I don't
should
know.
leave.
As she starts
Let's
to
just
starts to look for another way to injure herself, she's getting ready to bite
Dolkin.
down on her lip.
Dolkin, gag herself. Gag her again.
No,
Wait,
we need
gag
to
her
leave.
again.
We need to leave now.
Running. I'm taking it to and I'm running.
She's gonna
Okay.
bite her
Dashing
tongue
out.
before
Ven
we
and
can
E2
dig.
sprint off. Dolkin, what would you like to do?
How much
I'm
did they pay you? Write it in the ground.
She smiles at you and kind of looks at and just winks about 3 times.
They only paid you 3 gold.
And at that, she
1,000.
starts opening her mouth and kind of moves, tries to maneuver her lips so she can bite down on it as hard as she can.
I
All
stick
right,
my
Dolkin,
hand in her
let's
mouth.
go.
She bites your hand, Dolkin, and that is 9 to hit.
No.
Dolkin, we need to get. Wait. We need to get. Wait, there's a pool. If we drop her in the pool, it'll stop the explosion.
No, it won't. It's not an explosion.
it'll
It's
just absorb
chaotic
it.
magic just going out and out.
Gosh, we need to. I'm moving away. towards
Zaya
the
leaves.
run
Dolkin,
faster.
you are
I'm
now
not
alone.
leaving. I'm waiting for Dolkin by the entrance.
Dolkin, you are now alone in the room then.
With my hand in her mouth.
Yes. This isn't the first
Look
time
at
you
her
put
like
your
that.
hand in the mouth of a cat.
Knock her. Make her sleep. Like
Dolkin,
not,
what's the
You
plan?
can't do
choke
that.
her. Choke
can't
her.
do
till
that.
she,
You can
like,
make her go to
loses
All right.
breath.
The DM's gonna let you guys take a second to think while he runs to the restroom again, because coffee is a pain.
If you cut
Someone
off her
can
breathing,
cast sleep on her, and it will work. That's not unconscious.
She can't be
that is
knocked
sleep.
out. She
Sleep
can't
is
go to
knocked
sleep.
out.
That would be caught. That would be knocking
No,
her
Into,
out.
sleep
use
is not knocked out.
use your peace thing on her again.
No, she is at peace. That's why she's behaving so weird and very calm. It doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop her from hurting herself. It just makes her at peace.
If
Yeah,
I
it calms her
replace
down so she can think.
Cameron, how does the death ward work? If I swap places with Dolkin and I like stab her and she explodes,
You have one resistance to that. You take next time you take damage that will kill you instantly or make you die, you won't. But any
You won't?
time
so
beyond
I'll
that,
need to
you will
switch
die.
places with Dolkin and then just suicide it with her and make sure you guys are
No.
far enough away. So I'll survive.
Yeah, you
According
would
to what he's
survive
saying.
because
Wait,
it is
Cameron,
one time.
send me the exact wording of the spell so I know I'm not sacrificing Zaya straight up.
I mean,
I want.
Zaya would be.
Please don't sacrifice yourself.
Well,
We'd
no,
all
it's
be-
not gonna be sacrificed.
All right,
If I
the
left
DM
with
has
1
come
HP
back. What's the plan,
Okay,
Dolkin? What would you like to do?
Cameron, what's the
I said
exact word?
Dolkin.
Hold on, I'm giving my information so that we can finish formulating the plan.
I'm still just gonna sit down in front of her and just be like, why do you like what happened?
She has no tongue. She really can't talk right now.
I know I'm just
And
like
you're gagging her
talking
with your
rhetorically.
hand.
She's not. Yeah, she doesn't. She seems to look at you with anger in her eyes again.
You were playing grab ass with me not that long ago. Come on.
Well, she was
I'll
using
just-
charm
you know
person
what?
on him. Yeah.
You know what? As the good guy cleric,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna turn to the group and say,
Group's gone. Only one there is Zaya, and she's
No.
outside.
I'm not outside. I'm in, like, by the entrance.
Yeah, which is outside.
I'll-
Thank you.
I'll turn towards wherever they went and just said, "Run! I'll handle this."
No.
You don't have to
Oh,
tell E2 and Ven
Dolkin!
twice. They're already gone.
Wait.
And Zaya is at the
We trust you to
entrance.
survive.
Zaya, are you gonna run?
I'm gonna. Hang on. Look. Some. So I don't.
As Dolkin starts to hear the music in the background start to do
And
the Mass
I'll
Effect
do
3.
a prayer to my God.
Uh-huh.
Protect me in these dire times. Save
I'm
this
gonna
soul.
walk over to Dolkin quickly. Dolkin, you need to run. Let me replace your hand with mine. Okay?
Zaya.
This is stupid. This is reckless. Dolkin, you saved
Zaya.
my life once. Dolkin, I will attack you if I have to. You need to
I'd
get away
listen to
from
her.
here.
Ven and E2 are gone.
I have an idea. It's stupid, but you do this. You're more important to everything than I am.
None of us are more important than another.
She
Go,
just...
Zaya,
Dolkin,
save yourself.
Dolkin,
Quidane just looks at
stupid.
you two and just kind of at this point is rolling her eyes.
Dolkin, trust me, I'm no leader. I'm no hero. I was a bad person before this. Let me take the blow I can. But you
Zaya,
need to
go.
go.
Tell the
Dolkin,
story.
I will, Dolkin,
Be the hero
I
you were
will.
meant to be. I'll take
Okay,
my
hang on,
hand
let
out of
me
her
see.
mouth and just sit
I'm
there
gonna
in
shove
prayer.
my hand and I'm shoving my hand Quidane's mouth.
As you go, Zaya, you suddenly feel a force explode, shoving you out of the room. Dolkin getting smashed against the wall, taking 1d4 of damage real quick. Dolkin, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from the wall as you smack into it. And the force of this creature, as it suddenly erupts with tentacles of tarry black coloration, smacking and attacking everything, Zaya, you get slammed far enough, landing almost into the pool, or landing into the pool itself as you drop below, almost unconscious. Not because of HP, just because of the smack. The force of this creature starts to just charge out, and E2 and Ven, you can hear. Ven, put your mic down, for fuck's sake.
Eating pizza, shush.
Okay, you know what? Fine, then I'm server muting you. Alright. As you hear in the background just the screams of what sounds like apes, banshees, and every other creature getting smashed apart, destroyed, cut down, explosions every once in a while. The screams of pain and utter disbelief as this creature seems to explode out. Everything goes silent, Dulkin and Zaya.
What is death? Did it drop me to 0?
No, it did not. You just got knocked unconscious because of the force of hitting the water.
I can breathe underwater, so I don't drown.
Yeah, I do
Hey.
know that. You know, it's surprising how much your DM does read your character sheet.
No, I know, I just
Dulkin,
drown.
you are left at
Darn it.
1 HP and have a nasty black smash scar of what looks like almost a corrupted necrotic breaking of your skin, as it kind of looks like almost like a desert at this point, cracking and breaking on your face. You're alive, but you're hurt. You're in extreme pain. Dulkin, you also don't feel your divinity anymore. As
Darn
you
it.
come to
Ah.
consciousness in the
Ah.
distance. Zaya, you awaken, finding yourself kind of floating there helplessly in this pool of what you, as you awaken, realize is no longer marble, but is just a hole in the ground with water in it. E2 and Ven, you see the castle almost vanish as soon as the explosions and screaming stop. Everything
Can I
is gone
get out?
completely silent. Zaya, yes, you may climb out. As you climb out of the
I need to
water,
look for Dulkin.
you notice that the caves around you are all broken up and burnt, looking like they're rocks, as some are cracked almost in half. Also, Ven, I unmuted you. E2 and Ven coming back, you can see just that the rock itself is cracked and seems to give off almost a natural darkness, with it being almost midday as you realize looking around. The fog from the forest dissipating is still utterly silent.
What did they do?
Need to find Dulkin. I need to make sure he didn't die like an idiot.
Dulkin, as you awaken, you can feel that your magic is gone. Your divinity is gone. Your symbol is cracked. And you've got this nasty, like, horrible burning sensation on the side of your face. But you're alive.
I'll whisper a thank you. And I'm sorry.
Do I see
You-
Dulkin anywhere?
You can see Dulkin sitting against a wall. His
I'm
armor
ready.
is completely cracked and broken up. It's still functional, but it's gonna need a lot of repair.
I'm running.
And he has a nasty black mark all along the side of his face that looks almost as if someone burnt him with black fire, and it just charred his skin to
Okay.
the point of cracking.
When I get to him,
Well, we're gonna
You're
walk
so
inside.
handsome.
when I get to him, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 4th level
Okay, go ahead.
because I don't want him to
Oops.
die.
Ignore that roll. That was me by accident. I dropped my dice.
Oh, okay. Rolling. That's 31 points of healing, so you don't die like an idiot. What
You
were
feel
thinking?
healthier,
I had
Dulkin,
this.
but that scar seems to continue to emanate pain from your face.
I had this handled. I wasn't gonna die. There was magic warding. What were you thinking?
I need one. Can you be quieter?
Could you not be reckless?
2, look at me. I'm fine.
Dulkin?
You need a mirror.
He says as his armor is
Oh,
completely
God.
like shattered and broken up.
Wait.
You know, his
Dulkin,
face
I will
has
say
this
one-
massive
I will say
black
three
burn
things real
mark.
quick.
As Ven and
gonna-
E2 come walking up.
Then you need to
Dulkin,
do
I'm
something
gonna say
with
3
this.
things. 1, you're a fucking moron. You're okay because you
That's
got
rude.
damn lucky.
That's rude.
Yes,
Then
it is. But shut up, I'm not
you're
done. 2, I protected Zaya from death. She could have taken that hit and been fine. You are a dumbass because now you've lost your magic, and I can fucking tell.
Then
It's
you're a cleric. You need to take care of
fine.
whatever this is on his face. There's
I
something
can't.
you need. You don't. You're
I
a
already
cleric.
know what
You
this
should
is.
have
I've been around
something.
too damn long.
My face. Is
You
there
need
something on my
someone-
face?
Yeah,
Dilkin,
Yes,
as
got
you-
sort of a
Dilkin,
you
as
got
you
the
start to
decay going on.
feel your face, you can feel that there's like a chunk, the entire right side of your face has like pieces of it that are cracked, but not bleeding. And as you touch them, they hurt like hell, almost like your face is on fire as you kind of rub
Can
your
I
hand over it.
do an Arcana check on it?
Go ahead.
Oh god. Okay, I got an 18.
It's divine magic. It's very strong, and it's a curse of some sort.
You've been. Do you have Ven? Can you remove curses? I think it was
None of this
for
caliber.
God.
It
I need
feels
to,
like
I don't have the spell.
it feels like fire or burning.
Yeah, like it feels as you rub your hand against it, it feels like it's burning.
Dulkin,
Right.
you were cursed. Her
It's-
god, Calthun, must have done this.
It's fine. It feels like the forge. I'll get used to it.
Dulkin, if you are cursed, that means something bad is going to happen. This is not fine. Nothing about this is fine. God, I wish.
We need to get you
None
to
of
a
this
proper
happened.
to a cleric who's better than me.
We're in the
'cause I
middle of
wasn't even
nowhere,
wanting to be a
in a
cleric.
land raided by.
As you actually start to look
Outsiders.
around, Ven and E2, when you guys were running, you did notice you're actually really close to a town, and from what you could tell, it was mostly tieflings, and you could smell the sea.
There's a tiefling town and we're near the ocean. We'll be fine. We need to head
How
there.
do we know we can even trust them? We were almost killed.
They're your people. And they'll
My
listen.
people don't mean anything to me. My people killed one of their own, my cousin.
All
You
people have
can't
killed their
trust-
own. You need to
My
stop
point-
being such a stuck-up little child and grow up.
Ven, this is serious.
I'm gonna
We
help
can't
Dilkin
just
up now, and I'm gonna look at Zaya, and I'm gonna simply say, "We're going. You want to
And-
stay out here in the wild? Be my guest, but we need to get
I
him
want us
help.
to be cautious. I don't want us to die, like we almost just did.
If we're gonna die, we're gonna die, but we're gonna do it helping our friends.
It's easy to say that when you're immortal and you can just die and it means nothing.
I can only not die from my mistakes. If someone were to cut me down properly, I would.
Then you
The
should
magic
fight
that keeps
for
me alive
life. You
protects
should
me from my own
care.
dumbness.
We should scout it out and be safe and set up camp until we know we're trusted. The last time we just followed this little
That's
she
why we
devil,
won't
we
follow
almost
anybody.
got killed.
Oh,
Dilkin
Dilkin,
suddenly
I'm so
remembers.
sorry.
Dilkin
Honey.
suddenly remembers that Alluvia also pointed him to talk to her.
So Ven is helping me walk out.
Yeah, I assume so. Ven,
Yeah.
are you? Yeah, you're okay.
So as we're
I'm
walking
helping
out,
him.
I ask E2, hey, can you grab that and that? I think that's a piece over there, like pointing to pieces of my armor that fell off.
I want to start helping.
Chunks of it are just falling off as he's walking.
Does anyone have like a medicine kit? Or, like,
After a few feet, Dolkin is now shirtless.
We're picking up his armor as we go.
Pretty much.
But yeah, just bring it on. I'll fix
As
it.
we're
fix it
walking
later.
out, give a shot. Oh
No.
wait, no, I can't. I don't have any second level spell slots unless you're gonna allow me to use a third level to try and make it stronger. Lesser restoration.
For his armor?
No, for him.
Oh.
Powered
That's...
up by using a third
If-
level spell slot.
If it's available in your spells, then you're welcome to. If it's not, then no.
Nope, it's not available as third level. God
There you
damn
go.
it, D&D.
You can't
It's
you
not
you
going
can
anywhere.
up a spell slot. You just can't go down.
With certain spells.
Yeah, some
think
spells. I don't think you can in D&D Beyond. I think that's how it's just kind of set up.
Yeah, and
I'd have
that's
to
one
look.
of them.
Let me look.
I thought you could just spend a higher level spell slot just to cast
Yeah,
a little
let me read the spell real quick, because it might actually say it in the description.
Nope, it's
Um,
just you touch a creature ending one disease or condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, death, then paralyzed or poisoned.
Oh, yeah, okay. As far as that goes, yes, I would allow you to cast that at a higher level if you'd like. That's not a problem. You just
I'll
spend the
cast it
spell
at third
slot.
level, trying to relieve some of his pain and lessen the curse a bit.
The pain and the curse don't change whatsoever.
I think it'll work. It was worth a shot.
However, in good news, let me real quick just do some math. That is another.
I'm
Well,
sorry, my friend.
since you didn't technically kill them outright, you get the normal XP.
For
Yeah,
all of us.
yeah, each of you get 850. As you continue to start walking towards the town,
I still think we scout it out before we enter.
Zaya complaining and bitching the entire way.
I'm
I
worried.
tell her to shut up on multiple occasions.
Then I will smack you.
He's
Nice.
carrying Dolkin.
Guys, stop talking so loud. Guys.
Then I quietly
Tight
cast
voices,
Armor of
tight
Aegis
voices.
on myself,
Yeah.
so that if
I'm
she slaps
gonna-
me, she'll be taking some cold damage.
As you guys continue walking,
I'm immune to cold damage, so screw you. Or,
as
yeah,
you
I'm
guys continue
resistant.
letting the DM talk, before he decides to throw an entire lich at you, you guys heading towards the town. It seems to overall relax. The atmosphere around the town seems to be quite quiet overall. Nothing seems to be going on, and as you finally reach it, that will be where we come back next time. I thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this stream, and we will see you next Sunday.